All right, Tiger fans, time for some quick thoughts from Coach Coffey here. You got Edmond Santa Fe in the house tonight, but I want to turn the clock backwards to this past weekend first, going into the Bishop Kelly Invitational. You guys come out with 3 wins, and you look pretty impressive. And as you had just told me a moment ago, you guys grew up quickly.
Yes, most definitely. You know, you look at our team just from last week to what you're going to see tonight, it's going to be a completely different team. But this weekend really helped our kids kind of begin to mesh a little bit as a unit. The ability to be able to find really a balanced scoring attack has been something that I've been really proud of with our team. We're not really the most predictable team in the world when it comes to scouting. You know, a lot of coaches are looking for various things that you do a lot. And right now we've got a lot of options of kids that are stepping up in a lot of different ways. We had a couple kids with career highs, you know, this weekend, and playing Owasso in the championship game was a big game for us. When we played them for a trip to go to the state tournament, they wanted to get back, get even with us this year, and our kids just fought with great resilience. We came out and gave a really hard punch to start the game. But Owasso fought back, took the lead, you know, on us, and we just kept fighting and did things that we needed to do and made clutch plays when we needed to. So super proud of our kids and where we are now at 4-0, just wanting to continue to grow and get a little bit better game by game.
Again, the Wolves here tonight, they're 0-1, so only one game of film to look at so far, obviously preseason scrimmages as well. But what do you know about them, and what are you expecting from the Wolves here tonight?
You know, you're going to see probably the most athletic group that we've seen to this point, you know, in the season. They're very guard-oriented. They really want to push the ball in transition. They want to start things with their defense. You're going to see a lot of pressure tonight, and hopefully that's an area that our team has grown, you know, in, because we did struggle with that a little bit against Bartlesville the first night, but I think we have grown up a little bit. But they want to turn their great defensive effort into quick offense is what Santa Fe wants to do. They're a team that's going to want to attack downhill, you know, a lot, so we're going to work on trying to pack the paint, see if we can have some success there.
Home win streak, of course, on the line here tonight. It can go up to 20. We'll have to see how it goes. Tip off now just moments away here live on ArrowVision.
Do it for the city. This is for the town. Do it for the sound. Everybody get loud. It's our time. It's about to go down. Everybody get up. You hear that? Feel it in the air. Can you feel that? The sound is alive. This is our time.
Welcome in live here on ArrowVision to the Tiger Fieldhouse. It's another edition of Broken Arrow Girls Basketball as they take on the Edmond Santa Fe Wolves. I'm Dylan Rivera. Alongside me, Coach Tiff Jones, and Madison Dildine is down on our sidelines. Now, Coach, Broken Arrow comes into this one 4-0. They picked up 3 wins in the Bishop Kelly Invitational Tournament, and it was a tournament going in that I think we expected to see Broken Arrow have some success.
Absolutely.
But I don't know that we expected to see them get all 3 games and manhandle a couple of teams as well.
I think for a team that is young somewhat, right, and a lot of new faces, that being able to go in 3 games, I expect tonight that we're going to see a lot of growth from even from a week ago, because 4 games is a lot of game time in 1 week.
That's exactly what Coach Coffey had said in that Quick Thoughts piece, is that you're going to see a team that has grown immensely just in 1 week. So you can imagine as this season goes on, they're going to continue to take leaps and bounds toward what they would look at as the ideal basketball game.
Absolutely, and we talked last week a lot about just the changing of roles, right, how we're going to adjust and people assume new roles, and I think we saw that over the weekend. And we talked about just a while ago, just like our student athletes are on the all-tournament team.
Yeah.
Right, so Audrey Dow and Sarai Matthews were named to the all-tournament team at the Bishop Kelly tournament, and I think just once again growth. So they're contributing not just in points, but just a lot of different leadership opportunities that they didn't have last year because we had so many seniors last year.
Now there is one change to the starting lineup, and that's Sarai Matthew now being inserted into the first 5. We didn't see that in week 1 when Bartlesville came into this building. Tigers were able to run away with that game as well. So we've seen a couple of games where they've really broke it off and beaten some teams in that Bishop Kelly tournament. It was McLean. They beat McLean 65-14. Bishop Kelly got them 70-25. But the real surprising one, and the one that Coach Coffey had driven home with us, was the win over Owasso in that Bishop Kelly Invitational Tournament Championship game. Beat Owasso 58-52, and Owasso is a team that brings back most, if not all, of their rotation. So that is a senior-heavy team that's a veteran team, a team that's been in area last year. If you remember out at Henrietta, they were there.
Yep.
A tough team and a tough out last year. Now this year coming back into the picture and playing a young BA team, and the Tigers go out and get a win.
So that one is probably the one that they're most happy with, right? I mean, every win, you want to win every game, but being able to get that one against Owasso, and especially somebody that we might see later on down the road in a lot of different scenarios.
Yep.
And so I think having to go through, and I'm going to say the third game of the tournament, your legs are tired. And we had a little adversity we had to overcome. And so to watch a team with some younger players and less experience be able to overcome adversity and come back and win a championship, that was a huge win for the program.
Now you turn your attention to Edmond Santa Fe, who's in the building here tonight. Now Edmond Santa Fe is 0-1. They've only played one game, and that one was against maybe the toughest opponent they're going to see all year, and that's PC North.
Right.
Now that means that there's some things you can measure them up and say they did this well and that well, but other times it's kind of like, well, they played the best team right out of the gates. It's hard to get a real measure on how good or how bad they might be in different areas. So getting a read on them tonight will be interesting to see for further down the line when you have to play them again.
Yeah, and I think even for Santa Fe, just their second game, I mean, I think once again we talked about we're going to see a difference because we do have 3 games on them as far as just the number of games played, but also they did play the best team in the state already. And so how are we going to handle that? And also we're coming off 4 wins in a row. We want to defend our home court tonight, right? We've talked about the home game winning streak. So we want to do that, but how are they going to respond? How will Santa Fe respond? And then how do we respond after coming off a tournament? Anytime you win a tournament, I know coaches, we talk about this, but winning a tournament, you want to fight to not have a letdown when it's over with, especially if it was a big win to get in that championship game. And I would say for us that certainly was with Owasso.
The home winning streak is now at 19, and if you win tonight, it expands to 20. And I know that's something that the team is really proud of.
Yeah.
Coach Coffey's really proud of, and they don't want to lose it here tonight.
No, anytime you always want to defend your home court, right? That's big time. And so we want to take care of business tonight, and then we'll get ready for the next opponent up. But we definitely want to make a statement tonight, another district game, right, that we are here to defend our home court and make it tough on them.
Our pregame and postgame shows are brought to you by Tulsa Bone and Joint. Tulsa Bone and Joint is here to help you keep moving forward with expert orthopedic specialist and physical therapist. We'll get you back to doing what you love fast. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. One thing that I really love, and we've talked about this before in last year's season, was that the youth comes out for this game, and they've got I believe it was 3rd grade girls out there warming up with the varsity girls, and that's something that I think is really special for the community, but it also continues to grow the game for these young athletes that are out there playing in youth basketball to come up, see the varsity level players play, get to be on the floor with them and be in that environment, and it kind of builds that anticipation to get to that level.
I was able to be part of starting that here at Broken Arrow when I came up here, and I was just super excited about being able to connect the future Lady Tigers to the ones that we had. I think there's accountability because we want our student athletes to be great people and to compete on the court and to be able to connect them with younger people. I remember when you're a kid and you see someone that's in high school, like, that's pretty cool, like they're the cool people, and so it's a great chance for our student athletes to invest in our community. So I love that it's still going.
Well, the lights are just about to go out, and they will read off the starting lineups here for both squads. So we'll turn it over to our PA announcer, Sean Morgan.
Salute the flag of the United States of America for the playing of our national anthem. A 6-foot freshman, number 30, Azaria Williamson. Lady Tigers are led by Edmond Coffee.
So 8 minutes up on the board. The Lady Tigers and the Wolves just about set to get underway. Coach Coffee coming out here for his 5th season as head coach of these Tigers. Madison Moore is the head coach for Edmond Santa Fe. This is her 1st season coaching Edmond Santa Fe. She was a head coach at Capitol Hill for 2 years and also previously a head coach at Heritage Hall down in Oklahoma City, and is now beginning her tenure with the Wolves this season. Been a long time since these two teams have met. Broken Arrow and Edmond Santa Fe have not played since pre-COVID. And Janaea McCrary gets a very quick bucket.
I think right off the bat we talk about tempo and who's going to control the tempo tonight, and so we had a very aggressive offensively right off the bat.
Aniston Jones lost the basketball. McCrary going the other way with it. Dumps it off to Dow. Off the window. It's good for 2. And Aniston Jones is down on the floor. Training staff and the head coach both make their way out there. Jones trying to make it up to her feet. We'll take a quick commercial break. Come right back here live on ArrowVision.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and
So we're back underway here. Edmond Santa Fe to inbound. Tigers bringing a full court pressure, trying to force some early turnovers. Soraya Matthew too physical and a foul.
It's like the Lady Tigers are going to start in a 1-2-1-1 press and just force tempo with Santa Fe, make them handle the pressure.
Spinning out of it and losing the basketball. Tigers force another turnover. McCrary pushing it up the floor. Couple of good passes. It finds Leah Peters, and she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. For our Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation keys to the game, let's turn it over to our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine.
We've already talked about our first key to the game, which is we have to control the tempo. Next, we need to handle their pressure, prevent downhill drives, and then get up on them early, and we cannot let up. Dylan?
Thank you, Madison. Leah Peters misses the first free throw. Free throws tonight brought to you by First National Bank. Second one spins home. 5-0 lead.
This is really the first time that we're seeing Santa Fe get in any kind of offensive set, because the first two possessions they turned it over so quickly.
Langston drives and is rejected by Peters.
So again, Peters is another new Lady Tiger this year. Last week was her first time to play in the Lady Tiger uniform.
Three-pointer way too strong for Santa Fe. The follow won't go either. McCrary pressured by Santa Fe. Goes all the way down to the baseline. Finds Sanders. Layup good. Tough finish for Sanders. She had 26 points last time she was in this building, and she'd like to build on that. Three-pointer from the Wolves. Off the mark. And now this is Langston stepping back.
Talk about Gracie last week having a standout first game as a Broken Arrow Lady Tiger. I think she's averaging 12.5 points through the first 4 games of the season.
Pass from McCrary is too long for Dow. And a turnover for the Tigers. Santa Fe pushing the pace, lost the basketball. Nice job to solo break the press by Olivia Grissom. And they'll give the ball right back to Santa Fe.
Thought that was about to be our possession.
Airballed hook shot, Sanders down the other way. Sanders hits the floor hard and bodies everywhere. Sanders trying to get up to her feet.
So a lot of contact down there, Dylan.
Physical start to this game. Both teams pressing up defensively. The Tigers picking up full court. Santa Fe at the half-court line. And it is challenging both of these squads here early. Driving inside, Grissom can't find the rim.
Great defensive discipline when the offensive player gets in the paint, just contest and don't foul, don't bail them out, make them make a tough shot.
Johnson telegraphed a pass. It was picked off, but there was a foul prior to it. And it goes against number 21, Amani Calvert, who came in for the injured Aniston Jones. See a true half-court set here. Matthew has a size mismatch down low, spins into it, and puts it up for 2.
That's a great read. I mean, for Sarai to see when she's got a mismatch, we need to pound the ball inside, and she can be a tough matchup for people. And really offensively, I think we can change our look, right? We can go a lot of different looks and make it difficult for teams.
Another air ball for Santa Fe as Desi Langston leaves it short. To your point, Soraya Matthew averaging 12.5 points per game right now, 5 rebounds and 2.8 assists. Pick and roll, sent down into the corner for Johnson, and she can't corral that one.
Defensively for Santa Fe, they had a different person guarding Sarai that time, so they had made a defensive switch, and we just a little sloppy with the basketball.
Number 11, Scarlett Shell.
Scarlett Shell checks in for Soraya Matthew. Shell averaging just over 3 points a game right now. Shooting just 17% from outside, but you imagine that number will continue to climb as the season wears on. Driving inside, McCrary gets a steal. Pass deflected and a foul in the backcourt. And it goes against Desi Langston.
I'd say most of the fouls they've called tonight have been pretty physical, right? There hasn't been much doubt about them. Not a lot of touch fouls being called so far by the Crew. But they're calling the same on both sides, so.
9-0 lead for the Tigers. Shell. Ball comes back around to McCrary. Now fed inside. Peters has position. Can't find it. And a foul against Johnson.
It's a really good offensive execution. We just missed a little bunny shot inside, but pick and roll, making the defense move, and once again reversing the ball around and get the ball inside. We had a great look offensively. I think Coach Coffey would take that.
Grissom across the timeline. Grissom pressured by Dow. This is Williamson. Santa Fe trying to find something and finally floating up one shot. It goes too strong for Calvert. Prairie with a nice behind the back. Now spinning into the lane. Off the window, just left it short.
It's a great read, just a little contact out there.
Second foul on Kylie Johnson.
I think on the previous play, Dylan, one thing we talk about is, you know, for Santa Fe, spreading the floor and trying to get in the paint. And really what I saw was when the ball's up top, the people that are 2 passes away, they had 1 point or 1 foot in the paint. And that's where they need to be helped defensively because it really clogs up. We don't want to chase people away from the ball. And so really sound defense, being in good position to make it more difficult for Santa Fe to get a shot off.
Santa Fe clearing up enough room there to get one off, and that's Lariah Bennett, who can't find the three-pointer. Outlet pass from Peters, smacked away by Santa Fe. It'll still be Tiger basketball. Into the corner, it's Sophia Vogel. Peters gets position right underneath the rim. Hook shot rolls off the rim. And another foul. This one against Leah Peters.
Foul called on Tigers number 23, Leah Peters. First personal foul, 15 foul.
These officials tonight are going to wear the plastic off their whistles.
It's a lot of fouls called in the first really 5 minutes and 3 seconds right of the game, but yeah, it's a lot of fouls called.
Free throw rattles out for Saleha Taylor. 2 changes for the Tigers. Jaslyn Varner is in, as well as Soraya Matthew comes back out on the floor. Oh for 2. Again, free throws brought to you by First National Bank.
A lot of different players have played for the Tigers tonight already.
Vogel spots up, fires away, and it's in and out. Poor pass from Santa Fe goes over the head of Desi Langston, and another turnover for Santa Fe. A lot of those against PC North, and again, PC North likely the best team in 6A this year.
Yeah.
They had recorded 20 steals against the Wolves in game 1. So you can imagine 20-plus turnovers because the steals don't account for unforced errors. Varner tries a 3, can't get it. Now Matthew drives inside off the pump fake and can't buy the bucket, but she will go to the free throw line.
Aggressive take to the basket on that one. Offensive rebound by Vogel. Gets another shot, and Sarai's going to capitalize right here. Going to go to the free throw line. Feels like we've been stuck at 9-0 for quite a while.
It has been stagnant now. Matthews' first free throw is good. Second one drops. 11-0 score line. Grissom Brings it up the floor. Kick out to the corner, took a deflection from Scarlett Shell. Edmond Santa Fe retains possession.
I think defensively right now, Coach Coffey would really like to pressure and make them see. They've struggled handling the pressure, half court and full court. So what can we do defensively to turn them over again?
Grissom, layup off target. Chance for points here as she drives into the lane but lost the basketball. Saleha Taylor, a couple of pounding dribbles and may have just pounded too strong. And a tie-up results in Edmond Santa Fe possession. Timeout called by Madison Moore for Edmond Santa Fe. This one right now off to an ugly start really for both teams, because Edmond Santa Fe, obviously you'd hope to be on the scoreboard. You'd hope to be in a much better situation. But even for the Tigers, this hasn't been their prettiest start to a basketball game.
No, it's been a little sloppy. And sometimes when you're playing against someone who's struggling and they're playing sloppy, it's hard to execute at a high level. And so I know what Coach Coffey is saying is like, we got to take care of the basketball and we got to execute better. We've had some 2-foot bunnies down there that we just haven't been able to knock down, and so being able to finish those shots inside, but we want to take care of the ball, and you don't want to stoop down and drop your level to the level of the competition. And so I would imagine that that's going to be discussed in the huddle. If it hasn't been yet, it will be probably at the quarter. But here we are with 1:54 left, and it's 11-0, and it doesn't even feel like we're up by 11 points right now.
Edmond Santa Fe's record last year was 5-20. Coaching change, hoping to spark a better season. Varner driving hard into the lane, lost the basketball, pulls it back out, and fires an errant pass. That will be another turnover for BA. Coach, that goes back to your point. Taking care of the basketball has to be key.
Well, and once again, we got in the lane, had some open opportunities, but just our passing. We haven't taken care of the basketball. We're not valuing the ball enough right now.
Thought about the three-pointer, put it on the floor, shoots a long two now. Can't find the rim. Query kicks to the corner. Vogel wants a long two, and she's got it.
That's a great look. I think we were under control in that possession. Janaea gets in the paint, makes a good pass out to Vogel, and she's able to knock down the 16-footer.
Ball goes off of Vogel's ankle here, and now she's tied up. It'll be a jump ball that should be Broken Arrows basketball now with 1:01 on the clock. And quick replay here. McCrary changing pace, finding the freshman in the corner for a long jumper. And another foul here against Edmond Santa Fe. This one's in the backcourt. And it goes against Desi Langston. It's Langston's second.
Santa Fe can't be happy with that. That's just a 57 seconds left in the quarter, and once again, that was picking up a foul in the backcourt like that when there's really just no need to. Just being disciplined, and we've had some of those tonight too, right? I'm sure that Coach Coffey's going to talk about that, but I'm sure that's the message that's going to come off of the Santa Fe staff also to their players.
Annie Fleener checks in, and it's now 15-0 in this first quarter. Edmond Santa Fe did manage 29 points against PC North in game one. So far, that is not the pace they are on here today.
Not at all.
Fleener splits the double team, drives in, leaves it underneath the rim. Matthew outlet pass to Scarlett Shell. She's going to have to track this one down and can't get there in time.
So yes, we want to control tempo. We want to get out in transition and run. But once again, we've had several turnovers just in that transition tonight, getting out and running, and I think really getting out wide and filling the lanes and just not taking care of the basketball like we should right now.
And most, if not all of them, have been unforced turnovers as well. It's just your own mistakes and throwing the ball away.
Yeah, it's not like we're facing a full court press and turning it over right now.
Good crossover out on the perimeter, a drive inside, and a foul. Likely against Soraya Matthew. It will be against Matthew.
Sending them back to the free throw line again.
First National Bank sponsoring free throws. They are your hometown bank and proud district partner, supporting our students, teachers, and the BAPS Foundation every step of the way. First people, put people first. And there's the first point on the board for Edmond Santa Fe. Second free throw good. Gracie Sanders back out on the floor. She's got the ball at the top. Kicks it back out. Vogel's going to have to try a three-pointer, and a good contest from Fleener as she gets the block. But the Tigers way out in front, 15-1 after 8 minutes of play. We've got the second quarter coming right at you here in just a moment, live here on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back here live on ArrowVision to another edition of Lady Tiger basketball. Broken Arrow in front of Edmond Santa Fe, 15-1 right now in that quarter break. Our sideline reporter Madison Dildine was listening in to Coach Coffey.
Coach said, hey, listen, when we were preparing for this game, one of the main things that we were stressing was that we have to pack the lane on downhill drives. He said, I'm not too thrilled with what I've seen so far in that area. He said, we've had too many unforced errors, so we need to sharpen up, guys.
Thank you, Madison. That's exactly what we had just talked about moments ago, Coach. And the Tigers getting a steal here now. McCrary going the other way, bumped as she picked up the basketball. And another foul against the Wolves.
And I think just that, focusing back on the, it's a long season and we got to get better. And so it doesn't matter who you're playing. You want to be able to take care of the ball and execute at a high level. And hasn't been our best quarter basketball. I'll say that. But hopefully this quarter we'll come out and see a little different level of intensity and then sharpness.
Dow fired up a long three that missed its marker. Now Santa Fe setting up in the half-court offense. Long three-pointer now from Santa Fe, and the shot goes long. Fleener gets the offensive board and gets it off the window. She's been the most impactful player, and she's come off the bench. 5'5" sophomore.
There she goes, an offensive rebound. I mean, we gave up an offensive rebound. That's their first field goal with, 7:15 left in the second quarter. So, I mean, you want to say good defense, but once again, we need to execute at a higher level than we are right now. Coach Coffey won't be happy we gave up an offensive rebound they scored.
Shell gets it inside to Peters, and she lost the basketball. Tigers luck out with an errant pass and another turnover for Edmond Santa Fe.
We haven't had, we've had a lot of looks and really in transition and haven't had to execute a lot in the half court so far this game. We'll see if we come out and Gracie Sanders gets a great look from the three-point line.
It's back iron. Sanders averaging 12.5 points. And that ties Soraya Matthew for the team lead coming into tonight. The layup from Calvert is good. And Santa Fe, a couple of quick buckets here, at least chopping the lead down a bit. Sanders going to work. Shoulder down, layup up and down.
That was a great look and response, and really, that previous possession for Santa Fe, they got all the way to the basket, scoring transition, and now looking defensively. I saw 3 Lady Tigers in the paint with both feet, so we're getting in a better position to help on this last possession.
There's a replay. Sanders doing the dirty work. An easy bucket inside, 17-5 right now. McCrary read that one, stuck a foot out, sent it back out of play.
Seems like a lot of confusion out there on an out-of-bounds play for Santa Fe, just trying to get set up. We can't get sucked into that one.
Grissom hands it off. Fleener will try a three-pointer off to the left. Dow, the outlet pass from McCrary. Open floor. Dow nearly got fouled and missed it. Coach Davis and Coach Coffey threw their hands up wanting a foul call. And Santa Fe trying to take advantage of that play, and they missed the layup.
Seemed like a lot of contact in that last possession when Dow takes it in there. So I think she was expecting the call also. So it's once again, it feels like there hasn't been a lot of ebb and flow to the game tonight. It's been very difficult and not always very smooth.
Good give and go opportunity cleared up. McCrary doesn't put up the shot, instead kicks it out to Sanders, who knocks it down from outside.
McCrary got in the paint, really, 2 feet from the basket, made the defense collapse, and Sanders spots up and knocking them down. I think she's shooting about 38% from the three-point line, so that's a great look for her.
And McCrary is averaging a stunning 5.8 assists a game. We talked a lot about how much this season was going to ride on her, and her creativity as a passer is a big reason why. She's able to kick this one out to the open shooter, and Sanders, bang, bang, good from outside.
Well, and you look just the way, point distribution through 4 games, which I know it's so early in the season, but when you've got, Sarai averaging 12.5 and Sanders at 12.5 and then Peters at 9 and Dowell at 10, that's really good point distribution when you've got 4 players that are 3 in double figures and 1 right next to him. So that's a good offensive, talk about sharing the basketball, and I think a lot of that's due to McCrary. She's passing the ball.
Sanders driving hard into Fleener, and they call a foul. Sanders has that size mismatch, and I think she wanted to get down low as quickly as possible. And now Broken Arrow working out of the baseline set. Vogel a spin and trying to spin it in off the window. Couldn't get it to go. Good defense from Sanders. Varner, a nice job to put the ball down on the floor.
It's a lot of contact on that one possession multiple times.
McCrary squeaks out of the pile. Vogel's layup is blocked. And Edmond Santa Fe was out of bounds when they recovered. So it'll be Tiger basketball.
Dylan, I'm going to point out the obvious, but last quarter there was a lot of fouls called, and this quarter we're protecting their whistles a little bit, aren't they?
Absolutely, and I think maybe that's just the complexion of the game has decided that the officials don't need to call as much because it's just going to be a physical basketball game, especially with plays like that on almost every possession. That's a charge on Janaea McCrary.
Yeah, and really where she got caught was extending the arm out. She had just kept her arm in tight, but she was trying to create some space, and there's some veteran officials out there that have called a lot of basketball games, and so she got caught sticking her arm out and pushing off like that, and that can be a temptation when all of a sudden it's become physical, is to be able to push off like that, and I'm not sure how much she really pushed off. There's a little bit of acting involved there or not, but there's a lot of steps involved right there. Pack a suitcase. Here we go.
I'll tell you one thing. This game has been a little bit more like bumper cars than basketball. There's been a lot of shoulder-to-shoulder action, hip checks, and physicality all over the place. Varner's cleared up for a three-point try. It rolls off. Dow couldn't get to that offensive rebound, and it goes Edmond Santa Fe's way.
Well, Well, and I think for a long time, people would say that basketball is not a contact sport, and I would push back on that and say I think it's very much a contact sport, and it's kind of been that way tonight. It's just been a little more challenging to figure out what contact was going to be called a foul and what was not. So sometimes players are trying to figure out what are the officials going to call and what are they going to let go, and have to adjust to that.
Langston pump fakes, caught by Johnson. Grissom crosses over, tries a three-pointer, and again an air ball from outside for Edmond Santa Fe.
Solid defense by Johnson right there. Really made him uncomfortable.
Johnson off the bench, getting 15 minutes a game. Only averaging 3.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. She'll try a three-pointer, high arcing three, front iron. And Varner's there, can't get the follow-up shot to go. Another offensive rebound and foul.
2 offensive rebounds in one possession. That's good. I will say that, like when Gracie Sanders was cutting off that diagonal screen that time, she was open. We were about a second too late because she was, boy, that's one of those, as a coach, you're telling them, hey, where's she going? Where's she cutting? Because we could have met her at the block with the pass right there and given her a better angle. And yes, we end up getting offensive rebounds and get to go to the free throw line, but that's maybe that recognition of seeing someone where they're cutting and having them open a little bit earlier and putting your teammate in a better position to be able to score.
Varner's second free throw won't go. Pressure now from BA. Now they back it off. Driving baseline, throwing it up there, and can't buy it. Well, it's number 31 for Edmond Santa, actually number 30, excuse me, Azaria Williamson. Ball was stripped from Dow. And it'll go back Broken Arrow's way.
Jump ball stays with the Tigers.
1:55 on the second quarter clock. Vogel freed up, corner three. Cash!
It's big for a freshman coming in, right, knocking down a three.
You know, Coach Coffey and the whole staff is really high on Sophia Vogel and what she can bring to the table. Able to score at all 3 levels. Just going to have to get acclimated to the varsity speed. Tough shot there from Desi Langston, drops right through.
She definitely earned that basket, and if we go back to, here we go, wide open look.
Vogel again trying a three-pointer. She goes off the back of the rim.
So I think freshmen, a lot of times, when they adjust to the speed of the game and the physicality of it, she's one of those players that just, once again, youth. We're going to see a lot of growth from her, maybe more than some of the other players, just because of this is the next level for her.
Varner's layup rolls off. Dow's there. Now Vogel's there. And a little bit of pogo stick action as the freshman buys another 2.
And offensive rebounds and those putback points, those are so big, and it really is. It's a habit. Offensive rebounds are.
Varner gets the defensive rebound here. Pass to Dow, layup good.
Dylan, it feels like in the last couple minutes we've really kind of hit our stride, kind of settled in, and are scoring in transition, but we look like we're more in a rhythm than we were for really the first quarter and the first half of the second quarter.
3-point try again for Santa Fe. Off the mark. Rebound with Gracie Sanders. Time ticking away. Only a couple of moments left. Sanders throws it up, and it's off the mark. 28-7 the halftime scoreline, and Broken Arrow feels like they should probably be up by even more than they are, but still a big lead here. 21-point lead at half, and it feels like everything's going the Tigers' way.
Yeah, 21-point lead, and you don't want to complain about that because that's a huge lead to take into halftime. But once again, I feel like we really turned a corner the last couple of minutes of the second quarter, and I think when we come out from halftime, we're going to see the intensity is going to go up, and maybe the value in the ball is going to go up also.
Our halftime show is brought to you by St. Francis. They are hiring across the region with multiple expansions, training programs, and scholarship opportunities. There's never been a better time to join a growing team committed to exceptional care. Learn more at stfrancis.com. We have a lot of great videos and different things put together here for you for our St. Francis halftime show.
We've been out here fishing today for our primitive skills class. What we've been working on is making popping bugs, kind of like flies for fly fishing, but they're utilized a lot here in Oklahoma to catch bluegill and bass.
We made these lures out of wood and a hook and a little bit of fly, a little bit of hackle and stuff. So that was kind of what it took.
In this class, there's a lot of making happening, but it's all really outdoors. And so it integrates my love of making stuff, but also fishing and hunting and archery and all those things. So this primitive skills class is available to the high school students as well as Vanguard students. In fact, pretty much everyone in the class this year is from the high school. So it's been a great opportunity for them to do learning in a kind of a different way than probably what they're used to.
I really like kind of outdoor stuff like fishing and things like that, so kind of thought this would be a fun class.
So we teach a lot of traditional skills, actually skills that we all have ancestors that did those things a long time ago. And so it's kind of a way of bringing cultures together, teaching a lot of practical skills where they can make all of their own stuff and then go out and use it.
One of the things I thought was really cool is we learned friction fires with the stick where you go like this. I thought that was really cool, how you can start a fire with little to nothing.
We build this class collaboratively with the students. So if they have interest in learning a certain skill, we build a unit around that. So in the past 5 years, I've learned pretty much all of these skills just by teaching it.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Leadership Retreat is a weekend of fun experiences and good leadership morals that are taught to those who go. Stay in your cabins with your friends, have a good time, meet new people, and learn new things.
Leadership Retreat is a weekend where students can come and we do activities and meet new people and spend the night in New Life Ranch.
I think my favorite activity was the serenade. I had a lot of fun doing it though with my friends. It was fun. And I feel like even though the girls didn't really like the songs, I feel like they still had a little bit of fun at the end whenever Cade started soloing on the guitar.
I wanted to go to Leadership Retreat because it was an opportunity to grow as a person and to build connections with other people.
Well, I decided to go this year because I've never been before and I heard that it's really fun and I wanted to meet new people and get out of my comfort zone. My favorite part about the Leadership Retreat was getting to spend time with friends and definitely meeting new people.
I learned a lot of different things. One of them being that you can always find new experiences when you meet new people, and that it's important to get out of your comfort zone in order to do that.
You know, Leadership Retreat it's one of those things that it doesn't just stay at Leadership Retreat, it always translates out.
I learned that you never know what people are going through, and I'll apply it to my everyday life.
The most uncomfortable part of retreat was probably getting vulnerable, and I learned that it's okay to open up because it can change your perspective.
If I had to convince somebody to go to this leadership retreat in one sentence, I would say, if you're ready to experience something new and get out of your comfort zone, this is for you.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back here live on ArrowVision to the Tiger Fieldhouse. It's 28-7 at halftime right now of the girls basketball game. The Tigers in front of Edmond Santa Fe. Dylan Rivera here with Coach Tiff Jones, and Madison Dildine is on the sidelines. Now, Coach, you and I were talking about it in the break there, and it just has been a little clunky in this game. It feels like the first quarter was a lot of start and stop because of fouls.
Yeah.
And even then, it didn't feel so right in the second quarter either. It was like a slow get out of the gates for Broken Arrow, and then finally kind of started to get a rhythm going, but it just has not been pretty here.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes I felt like we kind of got into rhythm, but it felt like you were out of rhythm. You know, the whole first quarter was just, I don't know, off I think was the word.
Yeah.
But just things were not smooth. It wasn't flowing. It seemed like hard, and it was very challenging to kind of get any rhythm. And once again, the officials sometimes kind of cause that, and we're coming off a tournament and maybe tired legs, I don't know, but everything tonight, I think we'll see a different team coming out at halftime.
Yeah, you would hope so, especially if you're a Tiger fan. But I think one thing that Broken Arrow at least is benefiting from is the fact that it is Edmond Santa Fe in the building here tonight, and a team that Tigers should be able to get the better of on their home floor. Now, Coach Coffey has just come out of the locker room, and Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, is down on the floor with the head coach.
Coach, where are you looking for improvement?
Well, I felt like we had kind of a tournament hangover is what I felt like. I didn't feel like we came out with the intensity that we were able to play with. We really didn't follow our scout the way I would like to see. As part of being a young team too, they think they get wins here, and they think they can kind of dominate things. But we got to do things a certain way to be successful. We just expect our ball movement to get better here in the second half. If we do that, we're going to get a lot of high percentage shots.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Coffey. Obviously, ball movement and ball protection is a big thing, because the Tigers have had a lot of turnovers here in this first half, but it doesn't feel like Edmond Santa Fe is getting a lot of steals. It's a lot of just throwing the ball away.
Yeah, just not valuing the basketball. I mean, really, and we had some high percentage shots that we weren't able to knock down early, and the first quarter was quite a bit of that. But I think what Coach Coffey is wanting right now is we do want the ball movement. We want higher percentage shots, and then really to be able to knock them down, because there's going to be teams coming. We're going to play teams that we're not going to be able to afford to miss 2-foot shots off the backboard.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those teams coming will be in this building next week.
Yes.
BC North will be here, and that will be a tough contest for these Lady Tigers, so certainly have to shore things up before next Tuesday night. Want to say a quick shout out to TTCU. Support your favorite school with the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU has donated more than $360,000 so far. Stop by your favorite BA branch and get yours today. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. So Broken Arrow taking the floor once again. Second half just about underway. 28-7 scoreline. It's the original starting five on the floor for the Tigers. Now, we talked about the fouls. That's one thing to keep an eye on here as this game rolls on. 2 fouls for McCrary, 2 fouls for Peters, 2 fouls for Matthew. And the other 2 starters sitting at 0 right now. But as the game wears on, you may start to see some minutes shaved because of foul trouble. Good defense from Matthew there. Hands up, sliding the feet. Textbook. Ball gets away from Sanders. And it'll be Tiger basketball.
Well, I think defensively, even Sarai right there, discipline. When someone's driving and they're a little bit out of control, don't bail them out and foul them. Make them make a circus shot, right? That's what we need to do. And we started out defensively. It's a great possession for us. We got to secure the rebound, not let them come. You know, they're going to come in strong. We know that. But there was a lot of physical fouls in the first quarter, really the first about 4 minutes, and so we need to step it up, take care of the basketball. But once again, I thought defensively, at least our positioning was really good that first possession.
McCrary in control of the offense. Into the corner, it's Audrey Dow. She has time to line it up and knock it home.
It's a great look by Sarai, unselfish play. Audrey was wide open in the corner, and she just passed it to her teammate. It was a good pass, hit her right in the hands.
31-7 now. Edmond Santa Fe trying to answer back. Langston can't buy it. Stripped away from Matthew, and the Wolves will get the ball right back. Coach, here's that three-pointer from Dow. Right in the corner pocket.
I bet she's had that in practice a whole lot of times in the gym for Audrey, right?
Dow averaging over 10 points a game, shooting 38% from outside. This is Langston on the wing. Now Williamson. Santa Fe not in a hurry as they try to set up a certain play here that they want to try to find a look from. Now Grissom going to work, drives by McCrary, a sidestep around Peters. A foul on the floor against Leah Peters.
Foul called on Tigers number 23, Leah Peters. Third personal foul.
Dylan, I'm not sure that was actually, Peters was out on the wing. I think they might have, there was some hands up, like I wasn't anywhere near her, so unfortunate for Peters.
And now another foul. And again, it may be going against Peters. This time they'll call it against McCrary.
I think we're even then, right? Well, this is going to be a chance for this team for these ladies to learn to play without fouling right now. Because there are going to be games that we got to have them on the court. And can you play and play smart and not give up any more fouls right now? You got to be able to play, especially your point guard. I think we talked about that last week, is that you got to have your point guard on the floor, and so we're going to have to play without fouling.
Rebound Matthew. Santa Fe starting a very high-pressure swarming defense here in this third quarter, but Matthew still able to get the offensive putback. It's 33-7.
Santa Fe trying to use their athleticism and double team the ball out front, so we've got to handle that pressure.
Langston steps back, fires away, and it's way off.
I've been really impressed with Audrey Dow last week. You know, she's guarding the other team's best player, but just her length. She does such a good job, and it is a simple thing, but very few players do it. But just having your hands up, contesting shots all the time, she just plays bigger on defense because her arms are out, and she doesn't give open looks.
Good job by Broken Arrow to break the press. Soraya Matthew took it all the way to the hole, and a good dish back to Peters, who wasn't ready. And Sanders ends up with the ball in her hands. She's fouled and goes to the free throw line. Again, free throws brought to you by First National Bank. Also want to shout out Quick Trip, as our broadcast is brought to you in part by QT. They're a proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools, investing in the future of our students. Thank you, Quick Trip. Sanders is shooting 78% from the free throw line on the season. Second one drops. And a substitution brings Scarlett Shell onto the floor for Leah Peters.
Scarlett Shell is in full time.
Feels like, Dylan, we're trying to get the car in gear right now. We're trying to get it going, and it's still a little clunky, as you described earlier. But it does feel like that we're seeing glimpses of being able to settle in and just execute at a higher level.
Good aggressiveness as everybody dives for the basketball. Out of play, and it'll stay with Edmond Santa Fe. Now the car's making some clattering sounds and banging a little bit, but it's going. It's still moving.
I mean, you look up at the scoreboard and you're talking about, hey, you're up 35-7, so what are you talking about? But sometimes as coaches, I mean, you want things executed at a high level, and we've seen us execute better. But once again, you're up 35-7, so it is hard. Teams have to learn to play with the lead, and that is a really hard lesson to learn.
Langston, a nice drive inside, but still unable to get it to fall. Pass from Dow to Matthew in the transition offense. And down on the floor, Dow is tied up. And it'll be Broken Arrow basketball.
I think so many times that is one of the toughest lessons to learn is how do you keep the intensity up when you're up big. And every coach in America has tried to teach players that before. Quick turnover for us.
Sanders has it, able to power through one Wolf and put it up and through. Timeout for Madison Moore and Edmond Santa Fe. They want to talk things over. Now a 30-point lead for BA, and it's a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. Keep it right here, live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
I want to give a quick shout out to one of our One Club sponsors, the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. They're celebrating 33 years of support for our schools. Visit BAPSfoundation.org to become a Tiger 10 donor. Also want to shout out the Arrow Group, a division of Alliant Insurance Services, proud to support Broken Arrow Public Schools. With deep roots in our community, the Arrow Group provides customized insurance and risk management solutions for businesses across the region. Proud partners of education, proud partners of Broken Arrow. There in that timeout, Madison Dildine, our sideline reporter, was listening in to Coach Coffey.
It was pretty short and sweet. He said, hey, listen, that was a much better job of taking away their drives to start this half, but we still have to be aggressive. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. 4:24 on the clock. Tigers up by 30.
Caused that turnover. Double team by Down Johnson up top. Sarai is rotating up, taking away the next pass, and literally just her approaching the offensive player caused that turnover. And so she doesn't get a steal on the stat sheet, but she definitely caused that turnover.
Pass too high for Matthew. Another turnover for Broken Arrow. But again, trapping, forcing a turnover. Shell now one-on-one in transition. Lost the basketball. Langston driving, right hand, too strong. Back and forth we go. Now Dow is off to the races. And she's fouled.
That was a lot of turnovers in a row, right on our end, their end, going back and forth. And once again, we got to take care of the basketball, whether you're up 30 or down 30. You want to think about taking care of the basketball.
Dow's free throw good. We had a timeout moments ago. Timeout's brought to you by TTCU. Our broadcast sponsor is Shields. Just went by there the other day, picked up a Christmas present for somebody over there.
Well, I might have bought something online also.
I won't reveal who it is because
Okay.
you never know who it might be that's listening.
That is very true.
Madison thinks it's for her. No, Madison, it's not for you. You have a wedding present coming from me soon, so I got waved off. Teacher of the year waving me off. Can you believe that?
Another turnover for us. Tell you what, once again, we've talked this. Broken Arrow is very blessed by our community partners and how they contribute to our school and helping our student athletes with so many meet some needs in the programs, but also our students in the classroom. What they do for us is, once again, I'm not sure everybody gets to have community support like Broken Arrow does, and so it is. We are very blessed to have the people that we have support our schools.
Sanders tries a three-pointer, and she knocks it down. That brings her tally up to 14. Three-point try the other way. Won't go for Edmond Santa Fe. Ball on the floor. And Shell is tied up. There's a replay. Gracie Sanders has been red hot from outside in this building.
She just seems more comfortable, doesn't she? Just more and more comfortable, and she contributes in so many ways, but just she's so steady out there on the court.
When you ask basketball players, sometimes there's certain gyms that they like shooting in more than others.
Absolutely.
And I think Gracie Sanders likes shooting in this gym.
It sure looks that way. Absolutely. There are shooters' gyms, and there are gyms which are not kind to three-point shooters, and so I get it.
It's a lot to do with what's behind the backboard, I feel like.
Absolutely.
That depth of field and the color back there, whatever it may be.
It is, and when you're in something, kind of like the UMAC or a big arena like that, and what are you used to shooting in and day out, what as your home gym versus what that gym is, I got to tell you, someone who's coached in a lot of state tournaments, like when you're seeing what gym you're going to be sent to, like you're thinking about things like that. What does that backdrop look like for those shooters, and what are they comfortable with? And it's for real.
Scarlett Shell took a shot as she was trying to drive baseline, and she makes her way to the bench. Sophia Vogel out on the floor now. Langston drives, kicks. Williamson with a long jumper, knocks it down.
Tell you right here, we're looking at Janae, and how's Janae going to handle playing with 4 fouls?
Fleener with a steal and a quick layup on the full court pressure, and Coach Coffey immediately calls a timeout. Another turnover for Broken Arrow. Again, you're up 30, and it sounds crazy to say, Broken Arrow should be up by a lot more.
It absolutely should be, and that was a completely unforced turnover, once again, which we talked about, and I can promise you he's talking about execution and taking care of the basketball.
We'll take one more timeout as well. Keep it right here, live on ArrowVision.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Welcome back live to the Tiger Fieldhouse. Coach Coffey a little unhappy. He called that timeout. Still up 30, 41-11 the scoreline here with 2:27 to go in the third quarter. But Edmond Santa Fe has just stolen the ball, pressured the Tigers, and gotten a bucket. And it felt like immediately Coach Coffey had to call things off for a moment and talk things over because it's been a sloppy basketball game for BA.
Yeah, and once again, I mean, you look up at the scoreboard and you're like, what could a coach be unhappy with? And once again, you want to execute at a high level because you're going to play teams a lot that are going to execute at a much higher level. And so you don't want to get in the habit of not taking care of the basketball, making sloppy passes. Decision making, what kind of decisions are we making? And we have not made the best decisions all night long tonight. And so this is really talk about a growing opportunity right now. Ignore the scoreboard and take care of the basketball, but, following those keys to the game, what are we doing on the scouting report? Are we executing at a higher level offensively and defensively? And I think that's probably what Coach Coffey's wanting right now.
He had said that in that Bishop Kelly Invitational that his team showed a lot of growth. Felt like they took a big step forward. Well, tonight I think you could say there's still a lot of room for growth if you've watched this team play throughout these first 3 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with young teams, a lot of times you might take 2 or 3 steps forward and a step back on a night, and then how do you respond to that? And so once again, it's 41-11 with 2:10 left in the third quarter. But how are we going to respond? Are we going to be able to keep intensity? Or are we going to start executing at the level that we know they can? And it's, once again, young teams are going to have 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and maybe this is one of those nights.
Almost just lucky that you're playing Edmond Santa Fe tonight. We talk about it, in the commercial break. And Edmond Santa Fe is a young team, a team that is going through a coaching change over to a new head coach. And so you don't expect them to come out and really be one of the better teams in 6A this year. And the Tigers may be getting a little lucky that they're having an off night against a team that really isn't going to take it to them.
It's like we got in the corner down there. I was trying to think, like, bounced out of bounds. Smart by Sanders. Bounce it off the defender's leg, but she was in trouble down in the corner.
And give credit to Santa Fe. They've not given up on the ball game. They're certainly still pressuring and trying to find ways to score on this Tiger defense. And trapping down in the corner has been effective for them so far, but not this time as Peters connects with Sanders, and she finds 2 right under the bucket.
Well, you look down, even Santa Fe coaching staff, a lot of experience down there, a lot of great players, and they've contributed, to the sport of basketball in Oklahoma, and they're not going to quit. They're not going to not compete, and so they're going to continue to get better and better as they build that program, rebuild that program there. But we have higher expectations for how we're going to execute offensively and defensively for the Lady Tigers this year.
Coach Moore, we talked about her taking over in her first season. You see the Sanders layup, good. And she has been at Capitol Hill the last couple of years, and you might look at the record of Capitol Hill even and say, well, they've had some struggles there, but she was a coach of the year, won that through her region, and so that speaks to the level of coaching that she has over there on that sideline. And you got to imagine this Edmond Santa Fe ship is going to be righted here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And coaches know other coaches, and what you can do. Sometimes you've got a lot of talent and you get out of the way, and sometimes you got to scrape for everything you've got, and so and make it work for what you've got in the gym. And so I love to see coaches go in and work to build programs and what that does. And because once again, being a student athlete, what that does is goes way beyond the scoreboard and wins and losses and how it prepares you for life. So I love what high school athletics, the opportunities and the life lessons that it's going to teach not just these ladies but our guys later, but student athletes in general. It's an important, I would think as an employer, those are invaluable experiences to learn to be part of a team, to work together, selflessness, right, do what's best for the team. There's so many positives come out of this.
Edmond Santa Fe with a long offensive possession here. Ball gets away from the Wolves, and another turnover. Audrey Dow checked in moments ago, so the Tiger offense going to try to find something in these final seconds of the third quarter. McCrary, the outlet pass. Peters feeds it to Vogel in a great way to break the press and get a bucket.
Unselfish play, breaking the press off the pass, facing the defense. That was a great look by Peters.
McCrary, 2 hands on the basketball and a jump ball. Here's a replay of that, Coach. This is ideal for any coach to see.
Just selfless play, right? That's exactly what that was. And so sharing the sugar.
Johnson, high arcing pass, goes way over the head of Vogel. And again, Broken Arrow with a turnover. Feels like we've said that a lot here tonight.
It does. And once again, that was really an unforced turnover.
Grissom trying a floater right in front of Audrey Dow. Took a deflection. Peters wraps it up. And that's the end of quarter number 3. 46-11. Broken Arrow cruising toward a victory here against Edmond Santa Fe. Keep it right here for the final quarter action in this district matchup between the Tigers and the Wolves.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
It's time to update your kitchen just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Welcome back here live on ArrowVision and Tiger basketball. The Lady Tigers up big on Edmond Santa Fe, 46-11 right now. Broken Arrow coming out quickly, bringing the pressure, trapping defensively. McCrary the steal, the dump off to Matthew, the layup just rolls off. Sanders there, and she's fouled.
Another rebound for Sanders tonight, so she's everywhere around the basket.
Eating the glass, filling up the stat sheet. And she has been a very welcome addition here, this Tiger basketball team.
Once again, like you just said, filling up the stat sheet, but yes, it's a great addition to the program. And once again, you look around and you see every player on the court right now will be back because we've got lots of juniors this year.
Very junior heavy, very underclassmen heavy, really, because there's only one senior on the roster, Scarlett Shell. The only one set to graduate. McCrary with a great move, gets right by Grissom, sees Matthew going the other way, and a foul as Matthew tried to rise up and lay that one in.
Really, Santa Fe struggled really early up for the whole game. I'm going to say that first 3 quarters are just problem solving. How are they going to handle the pressure? Because we've had some possessions defensively have come out in half-court trap and problem solving, and just they're trying to figure out how to handle the defense the Lady Tigers have thrown at them tonight.
Jariah Matthew at the First National Bank free throw line. Couple of quick ones from the charity stripe, and it's now 49-11. Dow ends up with the ball in her hands, smiling down the floor. She takes the layup, but can't buy it. Ball poked away by Sanders, and she was just over the line.
Number 25, Jordan Robinson. Number 21.
I had a friend growing up that when we played basketball, he was always smiling. And I used to ask him, does he even know that he's smiling when he's playing? And he said no. He doesn't like, it's like innate. And Audrey Dow dribbling down the floor had a big old smile on her face.
How about the love of the game?
That's
right?
what it is.
Having fun. And I'm going to say this, it's a whole lot more fun when you're up by 30 than when you're down by 30. But there is just the love of the game.
Maybe the excitement of an open layup too.
Yeah, that's also true. Not gonna be upset about that.
Tie up there, jump ball, and it'll go BA's way.
I think every day, like it just we've got phenomenal teachers at Broken Arrow, right? Making learning fun. This is fun right now. There's so many things in education that are fun. I even go back to. I know there are students in our district that just think learning is fun. Maybe there's a science teacher coming out with there's problem solving, trying to work math into everything, and stuff like this, Dylan. You think you can make a 10-pound donut with a 5-gallon bucket? Maybe that's an experiment they're doing in science one day. I don't know.
Foul against Edmond Santa Fe. You know, it's always something that you keep in the back of your mind when you're watching these two teams play and watching any Broken Arrow team in action is these are student athletes. At the end of the day, they're in the classroom, they're working hard at their studies and trying to get straight A's while also trying to drop some buckets. As Soraya Matthew can't get the layup to go, but again, Gracie Sanders on the follow.
We've said that a lot tonight, Dylan, right? Gracie Sanders on the follow. Gracie Sanders with the rebound. So, yes, student athletes, and I think that's the key is that we need to produce student athletes. And what that, once again, the things that come out of being a student athlete, time management, being part of a team, that's just, once again, life lessons that are going to go well beyond just high school or even if you're fortunate enough to be able to play in college.
Audrey Dow answers right back with an Arrow Group three-pointer of her own.
And Dylan, just like that, with 5:30 left in the fourth quarter, it's 54-14, and it feels like the intensity for the Lady Tigers has this is probably the highest level we've seen, and that's what it feels like all of a sudden. There seems to be a little more rhythm.
Foul called on Soraya Matthew. Look at a replay of that Audrey Dow three-pointer. She's a good few feet back behind that line. Let it go from another area code.
Well, and another assist for Leah Peters. So once again, sharing the basketball, getting your teammate a better look than what you have.
Pressure on the basketball from Matthew. Factor just fired up a three-pointer from over there and knocked it down. This time she'll pass it up. We talked about the youth of this Tiger team. Edmond Santa Fe, also a very young team. Only 3 seniors on their roster. One of them not in uniform here tonight. So only 2 eligible to play in this ball game. The rest of the roster underclassmen. Sanders fires one up, and it rattles out.
So many things, I think, over the course of a season. If you can, Coach Coffey's takeaway from tonight, there were points tonight where our execution was not at a high level, but then we also had spurts of, once again, we were executing at a high level. And so he's going to want that consistency because we don't want to have periods of it's never been lack of effort. It's just a lack of execution. And we want to limit those spurts, on the clock where we're not executing at a high level.
Throwing up a shot from the left block was number 14, Annie Fleener. And Audrey Dow picks up the foul.
Number 14, Annie Fleener to the line, shoot 2.
Fleener's had a nice game. You wouldn't tell it by the scoreboard, considering she's only got 4 points. And looking to make it 5 here on the second free throw attempt in a moment. But she has been impactful off the bench. Had a couple of steals and really brought some pressure defensively, and then had a couple of nice shots to get to those 4 points.
Well, we look up with 4:09 left in the fourth quarter, and really we're talking about, and you mentioned this before the game, make it 15 points for Santa Fe now. I feel like we can now say, like, defending the home court winning streak. As the Lady Tigers are up 54-15, but once again, is Coach Coffey going to be satisfied with everything tonight? And unequivocally, I'm going to say no. He's going to want to continue to get better, and so that's just how coaches are wired a lot. And on the other side, Coach Moore, she's going to have some takeaways and some things that her students, athletes have learned tonight also, and so they're going to take away some positives, even though it's 54-17 with 3:52 left.
Coach Coffey calls a brief timeout to talk things over as, again, things have started to get sloppy and fallen off the rails a bit. Now, again, the score line still pretty when you end up looking at it at the end of the day. 54-17. Any coach will take that score line, but it's like my golf scorecard, right? It's like at the end of the day, I might only be writing down a bogey, but I went into the trees, I went into the water, and then I was able to clean it up with a couple of good shots at the end.
You took the scenic route.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the scorecard doesn't show any pictures, does
Right.
it? So
It does
nobody
not.
knows exactly how I got to the bogey. That's the situation here. Is
Yeah.
Broken Arrow has got a huge lead, 54-17, and you'll say, you know what, that was a good win for the Tigers. They blew them out, but it hasn't been pretty.
No, and once again, I would argue one of the hardest lessons for teams to learn is how do you keep your foot on the gas pedal when you're up big, and that is hard for. It doesn't matter what sport it is. You would talk to any coach, and when you've got a big lead, how do you execute when you're up big and continue to do all the little things right, just like that.
And it could be a combination of a lot of different things. You had heard Coach Coffey say that it was tournament hangover. Could also just be an off night.
Yeah.
And then you also have the factor of you've got a team that you really were expected to come out and beat by a lot. So maybe playing down to the competition a little bit. So some complacency. Got to come out here and keep your foot on the gas pedal, as you said.
Well, and once again, to be able to walk out tonight with a big win and get ready for the next game, right? It's all about getting a little bit better and getting back in the gym and practice. And anytime you're coming off a tournament win, once again, man, it is a real thing. And every coach that's ever won a tournament knows that next game out is a little scary because you're not sure what's going to be left in the tank and then how are you going to execute. And especially when you've got such a young team, which we have this year.
3:10 to go. Dow's inbounds pass immediately stolen. And again, it's Annie Fleeter. Foul as McCrary was trying to get away from Zoe Factor. And now Kylie Johnson onto the floor.
Number 0, Kylie Johnson, checking in for the Tigers.
We are just trying to set up a little half-court offense.
Foul again on Edmond Santa Fe. As I had said in the very beginning of this game, it felt like the whistles for the officials were going to need to be replaced by the end of the night. And still very active as Kylie Johnson goes to the free throw line. Shooting 50% from the line so far this season. Knocks down the first one. Again, our broadcast tonight brought to you by Shields, proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools. From Nike to Hoka to Adidas, find all the iconic brands you love with the experts to help you choose. We'll have you feeling and performing your best right here at Tulsa Shields, located at the Woodland Hills Mall.
Ball pressure out there on the perimeter.
Stolen away once again by the Tigers. Johnson driving. Can't get it to go off the glass. Sophia Vogel went right back up with it, and she'll go to the free throw line.
That's an example of going in and looking for the foul instead of just thinking about going up and going through the defense. And so taking it up strong. Not necessarily try to avoid it, but go through the contact.
Vogel's free throw good. 57-19. And a change for Broken Arrow brings McKenna Boulware onto the floor.
These are valuable minutes, Dylan, for people coming in off the bench to be able to get some varsity time, get some experience against another varsity team, because game time is just different than practice.
The Tigers have cruised to victory in 4 of their first 5 games now. As Factor tries another three-pointer, it's way too high off the backboard. Boulware the other way. Now Vogel kicks it to Peters. Great pass, but Peters couldn't corral it.
That was a great look. From a freshman, no less, right?
The youngster finding out she can compete and hang with the varsity seniors. Boulware's layup left on the front rim. And another foul on BA.
Foul called on Tigers number 21.
As you mentioned, some of these players for Broken Arrow getting out on the floor. As Kyra Johnson gets in. Johnson and Boulware got some minutes in the Bishop Kelly Invitational. And as I said, 4 out of the first 5 games for Broken Arrow have been blowout victories. They've been able to really go deep into their bench and get some different players some opportunities.
What a luxury, right? To be able to get people playing time early in the season, especially younger players, and to be able to, a lot of coaches haven't had that opportunity this year, and so it's a great job, I tell you what, by the Lady Tiger coaching staff, not just Coach Coffey, Coach Perkins, Coach Hansen, Coach Davis, just that team and what they're working towards is everything right now has just got to be a learning opportunity, and there's just so many things that we're getting to experience, that they're getting experience on the floor that are just going to make them better as the year goes on.
Fleener out in the open floor and lost the basketball.
High basketball IQ right there by Vogel, not to foul, not to reach. She just made her take one more dribble and literally just got the ball right back. It was just another gift, but we didn't play undisciplined and reach.
Vogel drives baseline, kicks it off to Johnson. Can't buy the layup, got the offensive rebound, kicks it back out to her twin sister who'll try a three-pointer. No good. Rebound Varner. No good. Rebound Boulware. And a foul.
Lots of offensive rebounds.
Rebound Jones. Rebound Rivera. Rebound Dildine.
Tell you what, that's one of my favorite stats is how many times, because I think that's just effort. I love players that will go in and rebound. Just outwork people.
First National Bank free throw line for McKenna Boulware. And now Emma Campbell, sophomore Tiger, out on the floor.
Boulware gets in the books, right?
Yes, she does. One up on the board. 59-22. The Tigers in front. Less than a minute to go now. You see the Edmond Santa Fe boys lining up courtside. The Broken Arrow boys getting loose as well. Contest set to tip off here in just a moment. That one should be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a frenzy is probably the best word to describe it, because both of these teams play up tempo. They're both long and athletic and have a lot of different ways that they can beat you.
Well, and our boys, once again, it was tournament week last week. So I know I would bet, knowing Coach Walsh as well as I do, and those guys, like, just that concern, once again, you're coming off a tournament. Don't let up the intensity, because that is literally, I can remember as a young coach and working with veteran coaches, and I was like, is that really a deal? And then the longer I coached, I was like, it really is a deal. So we do not want to have a tournament hangover coming off for our gentlemen either, as the Tigers take the court here in just a few minutes.
On the positive here for Broken Arrow on both sides of the coin is that your next matchup is PC North next Tuesday night. So you have a full week after this to try to shape things and get back into form. So if you're off tonight, as long as you come out with the W, you can reset and get back into top shape before that PC North game.
Well, we've had extra court time because we've already played an early tournament. A lot of years we haven't played that early of a tournament, but getting able to get that experience, and once again, it's kind of weird, but having a normal week, because they've had really in the last 8 days, you know, this is going to be their 5th game, and so that's a lot of court time, and I think we've grown a lot, and we're going to need to show that next Tuesday night as we take on PC North.
Johnson's three-pointer goes long. Vogel gets the offensive board. Campbell kicks it out, and the Tigers will wear away the clock as Broken Arrow picks up a huge home victory and moves that winning streak to 20 games, 59-26 the final. Tigers now 5-0 on the season, and off to a flying start for a team that, Coach, we had talked about in the preseason being young, probably going to go through some valleys, but so far they're on an incline. They're headed up the mountain and not just in the valley.
Absolutely. I mean, just learning every day. How are they getting better every day? And I'll tell you what, like, we had some really good things tonight. I mean, it was a big win, and we've talked about not executing at a high level the entire game, but I tell you what, Gracie Sanders brought it tonight. Double-double, easy. I mean, she contributed in so many ways tonight, and just to watch once again how she has contributed to the program over and over. I mean, just that growth, like it's evident that she's here and she's going to make a difference in this program long term.
We still don't have a sponsor for our Player of the Game, so we're going to call it the Your Name Here Player of the Game.
Okay.
And I think that goes to Gracie Sanders, as you had said. A great game for her.
Yeah, she's just contributing in so many ways, and I think her leadership once again. So many people are chipping in, and I think, Madison, I think you've got Coach Coffey on the court right now.
Coach, not the prettiest, but you got another win in that column. Where are you hoping that your team takes away from tonight?
Well, you're right. Ugly wins, they're still wins. You know, I've been part of a lot of ugly wins in my career, so I definitely understand what this is all about. Our team's got to be able to execute better. I mean, it's the little things, the press offense today. We really honed in and practiced the other day trying to get prepared for this, and our kids just kind of went through the motions. And until we figure out how to attack at a game speed against that, we're going to struggle. But we're going to get that fixed, I promise you. You know our program.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison Dildine, and thank you, Coach Shane Coffey. And another win, even though it was ugly, even though we had talked about clunky and sloppy. Those are a lot of the words that we used here tonight, but a win's a win, and so you can still go home happy, but obviously a lot of work to take care of this week.
Well, and I think Coach Coffey said the word, and we've said it a lot. The word is execute. How are we going to execute? And we're going to see a different team next Tuesday night, and we better execute a lot better. I know that's going to be the message coming from Coach Coffey, but once again, young teams continue to grow and they get better, and so I tell you what, that's a big win. We learn from it, celebrate it for a few minutes, and then you start getting ready for PC North.
You said BA is going to see a different team next week, but you certainly hope that PC North sees a different team next week, and that Broken Arrow is able to clean some things up throughout practice this week, because that's going to be a big game. And the home winning streak is going to be on the line against one of the best teams in the state, and certainly an opponent that coming in here has the chance to snap it if you are not paying attention and on your P's and Q's, because they're a good team.
They are, and it's going to be a lot of little things, right? And how are we going to respond to pressure? How are we going to respond to that athleticism? But once again, what an opportunity for a young team to come out and defend their court. We're playing for a lot, because they want that win streak to continue. You know, everybody's talking about it, so they want it. But once again, man, we want to ask the community to come out and support next Tuesday night.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's going to be great. It's the last week of school before Christmas break. Come out and support our student athletes, and let's pack the house next week.
I think that's a great idea. I think it should be a packed house. It should be awfully loud in here next week is what I think. But, Coach, great job tonight. The Tigers move to 5-0. Edmond Santa Fe falls to 0-2. Next up on the schedule, as we talked about for Broken Arrow, Putnam City North at 6:30 p.m. next Tuesday night. You want to be here. As for Edmond Santa Fe, they'll be in an Edlum matchup. They've got Edmond Memorial on December 18th. So that'll be next Thursday, and that'll be at 6 p.m. I believe that is on Edmond Santa Fe's home floor. So obviously a long season ahead for Edmond Santa Fe, but still a lot that they can look forward to, and some chances to really, as I said, right the ship for the Wolves. A new head coach and a lot of excitement around the program. So certainly excited to see how they shape up over the next couple of seasons with Coach Moore at the helm. And as for Coach Coffey, the 5th season for him, and the Tigers off to a 5-0 start. So certainly the way you'd like things to be painted in that picture. And we'll see if the home winning streak can extend against PC North next week. She's been Coach Tiff Jones. Madison Dildine has been on our sidelines. I've been Dylan Rivera. The boys' game coming up here momentarily, so don't go anywhere. Welcome in live to the Tiger Fieldhouse. The atmosphere is building. Edmond Santa Fe in the house tonight as it's another edition of Broken Arrow Boys Basketball. Dylan Rivera here with Adam Winkin, and Madison Dildine is down on the sidelines for us. We're excited about this one. It should be a really fun game because these two teams similar in some ways. Obviously, there's differences, and it's going to be seen out there on the floor here tonight, but I'm expecting a little bit of a frenzy is the word that I used in the last game between Broken Arrow and Edmond Santa Fe, two teams that are off to good starts this season.
Yeah, lots of great athletes on the floor tonight, and both teams off to great starts, yeah? So Broken Arrow coming in 4-0 after winning the Bishop Kelly Invitational this weekend. Big wins against Mustang and Union, and then Edmond Santa Fe coming in winning the Edmond Open, and the first game only losing by 2 to Putnam City North.
Let's put some more emphasis on and Union, because Union was the team that knocked Broken Arrow out in the playoffs last year. So getting some retribution for those guys that were a part of the team last season, and certainly a big victory. But then you go straight into a game against Mustang, who is a really long, really athletic team, and going out and getting a victory there. And both of them hard-fought slugfests. And I think that's something that you can really take and grow from going into this Edmond Santa Fe game, because Santa Fe's a good, talented team. You got to be ready to go.
No, absolutely. It's still early in the season. You don't really know where everything's going to shake out yet, but you got to make sure that, again, as much of success as you just had, that's over. It's time for tonight, for a big game tonight at Tiger Fieldhouse.
Well, our pregame sponsor is St. Francis, and I'll tell you all about them here in a moment. But before we get to that, I want to make sure that we get our quick trip, quick thoughts in with Coach Bo Wallace. All right, Tiger fans, tip-off now just a few moments away. Coach Bo Wallace here joining me. First question, I got to go back to this past weekend, the Bishop Kelly Invitational. You guys, just like the girls, come out with 3 wins, a tournament victory, and a couple of really big ones over Union and Mustang, two teams that are really tough. What'd you see from your team over this past weekend? What'd you learn about them?
Just a lot of toughness. You know, to go into that tournament and get 2 wins is really, really good. But to go get 3 wins against 2 really, really good 6A opponents, I told our coaches and our kids that we're probably the only team that played 2 6A games in that tournament. So just proud of how they just continue to fight down at halftime in both of those games and came back and figured out a way to win.
You go quickly from the Bishop Kelly Invitational to now turning your attention to Edmond Santa Fe here tonight. They're an athletic crew. They gave PC North a challenge in the first contest of the season, but then also rattled off 3 straight wins. So they look pretty good coming in here to this gym. What are you expecting from them, and what are you guys going to try to stop on there at this point?
Well, just that. I asked our kids when we were watching film, I just went through the lineup and I said, who does that sound like? And every one of them said us. You know, they've got a 6-foot guard, and then everybody else is 6'4" and above. They're athletic. They're gonna run and jump us. They're gonna trap. They're gonna do all kinds of stuff, and they want to play in transition. So our biggest thing is we've got to keep the ball out of transition as much as possible, and find the shooters, and then just contain on the drive and then rebound and go finish on the other end.
For sure. Should be a fun, fast-paced game. Tip-off now just coming up in a moment here live on ArrowVision.
Get down. Yes! Slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get down. We don't play, we take it to the highs. MIA, take it to the house. This the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Oh, we got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. Get down. Take it to the house. 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 Take it to the get down. Take it to the house.
Welcome back. Again, our pregame show sponsor, St. Francis. They are now hiring across the region with multiple expansions, training programs, and scholarship opportunities. There's never been a better time to join a growing team committed to exceptional care. Learn more at stfrancis.com. Tigers and Wolves just about set for action. Now, one thing that's going to be a storyline in this game, and we're going to talk a little bit more about him later, the head coaching change at Edmond Santa Fe, bringing in Terry Evans, an experienced head coach and a guy that's won at different levels of basketball.
Yeah, and you're going to see Terry Evans' style. You're going to see him get out and run. they're going to rely on their athletes to make shots throughout this entire game.
Also going to bring a lot of pressure. You can
Absolutely.
expect that, and the Tigers will have to be able to handle that well, or it's going to be an ugly night for BA. Now, the starting lineups are just about set to be read off, so we'll hand it off to our PA announcer, Sean Morgan.
A 6'3" sophomore, number 1, TJ Newton. A 6'6" senior, number 2, JoJo Baba. A 6'4" sophomore, number 5, Joshua Baba. A 6'4" junior, number 12, Dwayne McKinney. And a 6' senior, number 13, Buddy Robinson. Tiger fans, get up and keep up, make some noise for your boys. This is your VA Tiger starting lineup. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 2, Oliver Wells. At guard, a 6'6" senior, number 4, Corbett Downs. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 5, Cole Livens. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 22, Aiden Clark. And at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 32, Troy Bell. The Tigers are led by head coach Bo Wallace.
Team huddle before the game gets going. 8 minutes on the clock. Broken Arrow, Edmond Santa Fe going head-to-head here live on ArrowVision. The Tigers come into this one 4-0, 1-0 in district play. Edmond Santa Fe 3-1, 0-1 in district play. But Adam, you had talked about it, that one loss against PC North, a team that Broken Arrow had to fight and claw to beat in the quarterfinals of the playoffs last year. They're back again this year, expected to be a tough team once again, and they took it to Edmond Santa Fe. But again, just that 2-point deficit by the final buzzer, so this Edmond Santa Fe team has a lot of talent.
Yeah, when you're talking one-possession games, we're talking literally a layup, a foul here or there. It could go either way. Early in the season, both these teams off to great starts. I think we're going to see a really good matchup tonight.
Ball goes up at center floor. And it's back in the hands of Oliver Wallace. Clark on the perimeter. It's a screen from Dow. And quickly a turnover for Broken Arrow as Clark was looking to connect with Lemons.
And look to see when Edmond Santa Fe takes over, a lot of their offense is going to come from JoJo Baba, number 2, and Money Robinson, number 13. The offense is going to revolve around them.
Robinson drives in, hands it off. Fight for it down low. Layup no good, rebound Wallace.
And Baba and Robinson, the only 2 Santa Fe players to touch the ball in that possession.
Ball got away from Broken Arrow, 3-point try, off the mark for Newton. And again, Wallace the rebound. Dow running down the sideline, tipped back into the hands of Wallace, into the corner. Lemons for 3, no good.
A good way of getting a good shot off of a potential turnover.
Newton drives, Clark's there defensively, kick back out, 3-point try, off the mark.
It looks like Joshua Baba got away with a hold there on Oliver Wallace in the paint.
Bell down low, now pulls it back out for Aiden Clark. Clark was doubled there off the screen. And McKinney pokes it loose.
And you can see both teams off to a little bit of a rocky start to get their offensive sets going. Let's see if Broken Arrow can take a breath and play the game that they've been preparing for.
Ball into Wallace. Pass again, stolen away. McKinney lost his footing. Off to another Wolf, and it's Baba with the jam.
Yeah, Santa Fe really handsy, getting really active on the defensive end in almost every single pass that Broken Arrow has made. And one of the keys to the game that Coach Wallace for Broken Arrow was talking about, making efficient passes.
Dow kicks it back out. Lemons. Great pressure defensively by the Wolves. No breathing room. Wallace fades away. Off the mark.
Yeah, still Broken Arrow, still struggling to get some movement going into the offensive possession. I don't think that's what Wallace was looking for.
Driving inside, a tough bucket from TJ Newton. Outlet pass to Bell, and a big hard foul.
Excellent court vision to get the ball into Bell and get to the free throw line here. Perhaps the spark that Broken Arrow needs to get on the board.
Goes against JoJo Baba. Free throws brought to you by First National Bank. Troy Bell shooting 71.4% from the line. First one's good. Change for the Tigers as Will Sutton steps onto the floor. Aiden Clark subbed out. Bell misses the second free throw.
Yeah, watch Money Robinson. They're really going to try to keep him from going to his left. That's the way he likes to operate.
Newton drives in. Quick pull-up jumper. Can't buy it. Offensive board up and good for Joshua Baba.
Yeah, Baba essentially comes into the paint unrestricted to get that offensive rebound for the putback.
Troy Bell puts the shoulder down and just misses the bunny layup.
Love the strong move to the basket, but thus far, baskets have been tough to get. So if you're going to get that close to the basket, you're going to have to score. You can't leave these too many points on the board because this can get out of hand in a hurry.
Tigers down 6-1. This is Josh Baba.
Yeah, excellent possession, but defensively for Broken Arrow.
Still, it gets away from the Tigers. Money Robinson into the lane, finishing right over the top of Troy Bell.
Strong meets strong, but active hands. We just got to make sure that Broken Arrow still keeps the pressure moving.
Dow kicks it out. Oliver Wallace. Ball moving.
I'd like to see Dow get a little more involved in the offense here. It's our Broken Arrow's leading scorer. Forced pass here, but you're going to have to get Dow involved to be able to get some points on the board.
Another Tiger turnover, and they're in trouble early. Subbing in for Edmond Santa Fe is number 3, C.J. Dawkins. Robinson drives left, and a foul. Exactly what you had just talked about, Adam. That's one of those things that the Tigers are going to look to stop, is Money Robinson driving left.
That's where he's going to feel comfortable. So you're going to have to clog the lane if he's quick. So even if you do try to play him to his right, he can get by you. But you got to get down into the baseline and get a body in front of him. Something that Coach Wallace was talking about. Take the charge.
For our full keys to the game, brought to you by Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation, we'll go to our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine.
Key to the game is that we have to get back on transition defense. We cannot allow straight line drives. We also need to limit turnovers, and we cannot be rushed on offense. Dylan?
Thank you, Madison. Robinson's second free throw rattles out. 9-1, and now some patience from the Tigers.
Here you see the pressure from Santa Fe. This is how they like to play defense. They're going to get up and run with you and try to make sure they put the athletes in place to make a play.
Lemons does a nice job finding the open window. Great pass from Clark, and the extra pass from Lemons to Bell.
And an even better ball fake to get the defender in the air for an easy layup.
Newton drives by Clark, and he can't get the layup to go. Dow kicks to Sutton in the corner. He'll fire it up quickly and knock it down.
No matter what, Sutton was shooting on that possession. His feet were ready, and it was a quick trigger for a great three-pointer by Broken Arrow.
And you see how quickly Broken Arrow can strike. It goes from 9-1 just moments ago to now 9-6 as Sutton drills the three-pointer.
And what I like about that, the ball's in Dow's hands. Santa Fe is going to know that Dow's going to try to get to the basket. He's Broken Arrow's leading scorer. Quick pass to Sutton and drains the three.
Sutton is averaging 9.8 points a game off the bench, 33% from outside, but he is a real threat, and you expect that those three-point numbers will continue to climb throughout this season. For the Edmond Santa Fe basketball as we get back underway. The Wolves had a 10-14 record last year. They went 6-8 in district play. But the addition of the new head coach brings a new culture. Corner three-pointer off the mark for Newton and just slightly stepping out.
Yeah, Broken Arrow gets a break on that possession with not boxing out. A couple of those keys of turnovers, and you don't want to give Santa Fe an extra possession of offensive rebounds, so Broken Arrow gets a little bit of a break.
Will Sutton subbed off, and his twin brother Matthias Sutton subs on.
And again, Santa Fe coming up with pressure, meeting the ball right after the inbound.
Dow with it, trying to find the open man. Finally, Broken Arrow breaks the press. It's with Troy Bell.
Good patience by Broken Arrow not to panic when pressure's put on by Edmond Santa Fe.
Sutton, nice bounce pass to Corbin Dow. Great feed from the sophomore.
Yeah, the best pass we've seen thus far. Great vision.
Three-pointer from way outside, off the mark. A lot of congestion in the lane. McKinney trying to spin off of Clark. Again, a rebound for Edmond Santa Fe and a travel.
Yeah, certainly giving them three chances to get the basket. It's a play from Wallace. You're not going to want to see Broken Arrow let them get that ball. A key to the game from Wallace, don't let them get more than one shot.
I didn't see it on the first go, but on that replay, it looked like that pass went in between the legs of the defender to get to Corbin Dow.
I think it did.
That's pretty incredible.
Great vision.
This is Troy Bell in the backcourt. And now Dow. 9-8 score line. Dow freed up, thought about it, kicks it to Lemons. He wants the three-pointer. It goes a little long. Dawkins pushing it, driving, going right into the chest of Corbin Dow, and it'll go against PA.
Yeah, question. It looked like Dow had his feet set and was waiting for him. Perhaps there was some other contact that we didn't see. Let's take a look.
The bucket plus the harm. And that one went way high off the backboard and somehow found its way in.
Number 3, C.J. Dawkins to line, shooting 1.
So this is C.J. Dawkins at the First National Bank free throw line, shooting 1.
Coach Wallace letting the referees hear it a little bit about Dow's feet being set to take that charge.
Dawkins knocks it down. 4-point lead for the Wolves. Lemons in the corner will try another three-pointer. This time he cashes out.
Quick trigger from Lemons on that. Good movement off the ball to get Lemons open to get a good shot.
TJ Newton with the ball up top. He's the Wolves' leading scorer at 19.8 points a game. He'll fire away a long three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound with Troy Bell.
Now, at some level, you're going to let Edmond Santa Fe have that. If they're going to shoot 25-footers, let them have it all night.
Dow took the bump, and it just rolled off the rim. He'll head to the free throw line.
Seems like the pace has settled a little bit, especially Edmond Santa Fe came out running and gunning and getting to the basket, and you can tell, like, now settling for 25-footers.
First free throw good. Again, free throws brought to you by First National Bank. They are the oldest family-owned bank, originated in Tulsa County and Broken Arrow's oldest business, serving this community since day one and still all in for our schools, our students, and our Tigers. That's the First National Bank of Broken Arrow. Second free throw good. Tigers have the lead. Ball swung around to Dawkins in the corner, and he'll cash out a three-pointer of his own. Back and forth we go. Dow got around Dawkins but lost the basketball. Ball's loose again. Baba and Bell fighting for it. Rolls out to Clark.
Great hustle play by Bell.
Fast break, kick to the corner. Sutton for three. Rattles out.
Lemon's got to be careful not to have a foul on that transition basket.
Dow again sets up, and he gets the charge this time.
Great court vision by Dow to get his feet set ready, because that would have been an easy layup for Santa Fe.
McKinney called for the offensive foul. The Tigers, with 35 seconds left on the clock, have a chance to get one more bucket and either even this up or take the lead before the first quarter comes to a close. Matthias Sutton feeling some pressure from TJ Newton. And now this is Dow with Money Robinson guarding him. Ball nearly stolen. Lemons has his legs taken out from under him. And a foul on Dawkins.
Broken Arrow trying to be patient on the offensive possession, but a lot of dribbling. That gives the opportunity for Santa Fe to have that court vision and do what you're seeing. Santa Fe with some steals thus far. Broken Arrow's got to take care of the basketball.
Ball was nearly in the hands of Troy Bell, and it'll go Edmond Santa Fe's way, as they'll say it last touched off the Tigers. Now Edmond Santa Fe with a final possession here in this first quarter. Bama kicks to Robinson. He'll fade away. Tough shot. He got it to go at the buzzer. 17-13, the score after 8 minutes of play. Broken Arrow is hanging in there in a fist fight between the Tigers and the Wolves. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here, live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Back here live on ArrowVision at the Tiger Fieldhouse. The band, the cheerleaders, the student section, everybody's making noise. This is what a home environment's supposed to be like. Loud.
Action-packed first quarter between both teams. Both teams looking really good, and also both teams making some mistakes. I think Broken Arrow is going to have to make sure to take care of the basketball, because this kind of an evenly matched game, you cannot give them extra possessions, and you definitely can't give them offensive rebounds.
4-point lead for Edmond Santa Fe as the second quarter is just about to begin. Madison Dildine was listening in to Coach Wallace.
He said, listen, guys, we were down 9 and you finally began to settle in. We have to take advantage of them when they give us the opportunity to do so. We also need to rebound. It's time to take care of the ball and get a lot tougher. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. And Mr. Adam Winkin, you just made that point moments ago. Rebounding will be crucial here. Tigers switching to a zone defense. Baba, a tough fade away. Back-to-back buckets off of really tough shots.
One of those possessions where you tip your cap to Santa Fe. Good defense, even better offense.
Sutton has no help in the backcourt, but now finally gets it across to Dow. Lemons will try a three-pointer, leaves it short. Clark nearly got the offensive board. And now Newton kicks it to McKinney. He'll try a three. Rattles out. Offensive rebound with Dawkins. Ball spiked down into the hardwood, and it'll stay with Edmond Santa Fe. Josiah Wilson should get credited a block there.
Yeah, great job by Wilson to get his hand on the ball without creating a foul.
Again, a tough shot. This one won't go for Edmond Santa Fe. Dow bringing the ball up the floor.
I'd like to see Dow and Broken Arrow get to the basket a little bit more. Seems to be settling for an outside shot over multiple possessions.
Foul away from the play. It goes against TJ Newton. He's called for a hold. Clark cleared up. Shot from the left block, rolls off the rim. Now he has time to set up from the corner. Too long.
Love that first shot, though, from Clark. High percentage shot. Just didn't fall this time.
Newton drives inside. Nice move. Right-hand layup on the left side is left short, and a tie-up.
Good hustle by Newton getting to the basket and then getting his hands right on the ball. Again, that aggressiveness under the basket right now, Santa Fe is winning most of those possessions. Those 50-50 balls pretty much have gone Edmond Santa Fe's way most of the game so far.
Corbin Dow on the left wing. Gets a screen from Wilson. Trying to feed it inside to Josiah Wilson. Coach Wallace wanted a foul call as he felt Wilson was held on the roll.
Yeah, Santa Fe got away with one there, but I love the look from Wilson to get to the basket.
Will Sutton and Oliver Wallace sub onto the floor. And now Troy Bell. So it's Wallace, Will Sutton, Bell, Clark, and Dow. Robinson kicks to Newton. Backside looking for the high pass to Ty Walker. Clark driving, foul, and they'll say no shot. It's on the floor. Goes against number 10, Eli Morgeson.
Do like the aggressiveness from Clark, slashing through the lane to get that basket up. Broken Arrow still hasn't really been able to settle into their offense.
Trying to find something here. Ball goes back to Will Sutton on the left wing. Now Dow. Long possession for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, Santa Fe doing a great job of keeping the lane clogged, not giving any of those easy baskets like Dow likes to get to the basket.
Elbow jumper from Dow, nothing but net.
Tough shot. It's easy. He made it look easy, but that is far from being easy.
Robinson, and now swung around to the right wing. Baba drives in. Nice up and under.
My goodness, what an athletic play by Baba.
JoJo Baba, the senior between the two. Joshua Baba, his younger brother, a sophomore. JoJo wears number 2 and Joshua wears number 5. I'm going to try to remember that by saying I say Joe twice. in his name. Will Sutton drives inside, puts a shoulder up into Money Robinson, but can't get the finish. Robinson the other way. Layup off the mark. Clark, all kinds of time to step into a straightaway three-pointer, and he's got it.
Great poise from Clark as the trailer to pull up and knock down the three.
21-18, Morgeson wants to answer right back, can't do so. Baba, post moves now, going to work in the lane here.
You might see a little switch going on of who's going to cover Baba down low. He's beginning to the basket a little too easily.
Will Sutton with the ball in his hands. Give and go. Wallace along the baseline. Ball gets away from Broken Arrow. Baba, transition offense. Flips it up over the rim, and a foul called against the Wolves. It'll go on Ty Walker.
You got to hand it to Santa Fe. I'm impressed on their defensive end. They've really forced Broken Arrow to kind of rethink how they're going to get baskets. Broken Arrow's made some big shots. They're still in this game, but you still haven't really felt like Broken Arrow's been able to settle into their way of playing offense.
Dow pressured in a dangerous area, and he lost the basketball again, but Broken Arrow gets it right back. And Dow's done that a couple of times now where he's outrun the basketball.
Yeah, the best offensive possessions Broken Arrow has, many quick passes. When we start dribbling, Coach Wallace was telling the team before the game, that's where we get in trouble. Watch to see if Broken Arrow can start to make some of the more quick passes to get better looks.
Dow gets a screen from Clark. Kick out to Will Sutton. Now swung back over to Clark. Into the corner. Oliver Wallace wants a three. It won't go. Baba kicks it into the corner. First touch for LeGrand. Driving inside, that's Joshua Baba, but an offensive foul as Aiden Clark takes the charge.
Yeah, the athleticism of Santa Fe, they're not afraid to get to the basket. That's 2 charges now, where essentially a basket comes back to Broken Arrow.
Clean up the floor very quickly here, and we'll give a shout out to one of our One Club sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Quick Trip, proud partner of Broken Arrow Public Schools, investing in the future of our students. Thank you, Quick Trip. They sponsor our Quick Thoughts at the beginning of the broadcast. You like that one? QTQT, Quick Trip, Quick Thoughts.
Perfect. It's easy to remember.
Good play there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Will Sutton gets across the timeline. Money Robinson all over him.
Lots of dribbling.
And he pokes it away. Robinson cutting him off and does a nice job using his body to shield and get the whistle.
Yeah, Broken Arrow being tested in this first half with a little bit of pressure. Unfortunately, a turnover and then a foul. 2 things that Broken Arrow cannot afford to keep doing.
That looked like a senior defender, senior Edmond Santa Fe Wolf against a sophomore Tiger. Just a veteran play to stay in front of the ball handler, poke it loose, body up, and get the whistle. He does miss the first free throw. Tigers trailing by 5. Second free throw set to come. It's up and good. 24-18 with 2:21 on the second quarter clock. Ball swung over to the opposite side. Matthias Sutton left open, rattles out. He's had 2 in a row go in and out.
Yeah, tough break for Broken Arrow. That was a great pass, great vision. Just didn't go down.
Good sidestep from Newton. He'll kick it outside to Robinson, and he can't buy a three-pointer either. Wallace gets it into the lane. Troy Bell comes down with it and gets the finish.
Yeah, excellent pass into the lane, beating Santa Fe back on transition.
Goes straight through the contact, and this is what you would expect with that much of a size disparity.
Yeah, and Robinson never had a chance to get his feet set, so an easy call for the refs.
Bell misfires on the free throw. Tigers have left some points out there today. 3-point try on the way, and it won't go for LeGrand. Wallace to Clark. He'll drive inside. Tough fall away shot, and Bell can't get the follow either. Driving, tough shot, won't go, but a foul. And it goes against Troy Bell.
One of the keys that Coach Wallace was telling Broken Arrow before the game, be careful with your hands. Let's not get handsy. Take the charge, but let's not give him any easy calls for fouls.
They did call the foul on the floor, so no shots for McKinney. Pass over the top to Newton. Kick to the corner. Robinson. Nice job to get into the lane and a great finish.
Yeah, Edmond Santa Fe likes to dribble and penetrate. Essentially the exact same play Coach Wallace was talking about before the game to the team.
Clark steps through the double team and gets the finish off the window.
Yeah, up and under to get to the basket. Great move by Clark.
Santa Fe swinging it around the perimeter. Baba turns, fires, and knocks it down.
Broken Arrow a little flat-footed on that defensive possession. Easy shot for Santa Fe, uncontested.
Into the corner, it's Clark. Now driving inside, just misfires on the layup. 10 seconds to go. Newton driving in, and Dow is in position, a jump ball.
Yeah, excellent defensive play by Dow to keep his feet set and not reach and get that jump ball.
Boy, Lemons will check back into the game and take the place of Matthias Sutton. And for Edmond Santa Fe, JoJo Baba checks in. 6 seconds on the clock. Newton defended by Lemons. Time ticking away. He'll fire it up. Too strong. And that will close out the first half with the Tigers trailing by 6, 28-22. Tigers have done a nice job. Again, they have weathered some storms. They've thrown some haymakers of their own, and this is going to be a slugfest here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely going to have some things to discuss at halftime before we come back out for the second half.
Madison Dildine is down on the floor, and she is joined by head coach Bo Wallace.
Coach, what's your second half focus?
We got to make a wide open shot. We got some. We handle their pressure in instances, but we've got to make wide open shots, and then we got to rebound the ball. We're not doing a very good job. I've subbed a couple guys out because we're not rebounding, but we've got to get defensive rebounds.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Wallace. I think that's dead on, is the rebounding, as we had talked about, but also the missed shots, as we had talked about. Those are the two things that have really cost Broken Arrow. But, of course, another key, taking care of the basketball. Broken Arrow has had some mistakes there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could see when they start dribbling too much, when they get a little bit frazzled, they start dribbling. And Santa Fe, great athletes, and they're tricky. They like to get their hands in there, poke the ball away. You're not going to be able to win any of these games by turning the ball over and giving them offensive rebounds. So you're going to have to make sure we take care of the basketball, and you're going to have to make strong passes. Towards the beginning of the game, even though Broken Arrow shots weren't going down, as Santa Fe was pressing, Broken Arrow was able to make quick passes, lots of movement, and you didn't necessarily see that as the half went on.
So 6-point deficit as we reach the halftime break. Our halftime show is brought to you by St. Francis. St. Francis Health System and Warren Clinic are here for your family with convenient primary care options across the region. As your home team for healthcare, visit stfrancis.com to find a provider and location near you. Still a lot of basketball to come your way, but we'll step aside here for a few minutes and come right back with the second half of action.
We've been out here fishing today for our primitive skills class. What we've been working on is making popping bugs, kind of like flies for fly fishing, but they're utilized a lot here in Oklahoma to catch bluegill and bass.
We made these lures out of wood and a hook and a little bit of fly, a little bit of hackle and stuff. So that was kind of what it took.
In this class, there's a lot of making happening, but it's all really outdoors. And so it integrates my love of making stuff, but also fishing and hunting and archery and all those things. So this primitive skills class is available to the high school students as well as Vanguard students. In fact, pretty much everyone in the class this year is from the high school. So it's been a great opportunity for them to do learning in a kind of a different way than probably what they're used to.
I really like kind of outdoor stuff like fishing and things like that. So kind of thought this would be a fun class.
So we teach a lot of traditional skills, actually skills that we all have ancestors that did those things a long time ago. And so it's kind of a way of bringing cultures together, teaching a lot of practical skills where they can make all of their own stuff and then go out and use it.
One of the things I thought was really cool is we learned friction fires with the stick where you go like this. I thought that was really cool, how you can start a fire with little to nothing.
We build this class collaboratively with the students. So if they have interest in learning a certain skill, we build a unit around that. So in the past 5 years, I've learned pretty much all of these skills just by teaching it.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Leadership Retreat is a weekend of fun experiences and good leadership morals that are taught to those who go. Stay in your cabins with your friends, have a good time, meet new people, and learn new things.
Leadership Retreat is a weekend where students can come and we do activities and meet new people and spend the night in New Life Ranch.
I think my favorite activity was the serenade. I had a lot of fun doing it though with my friends. It was fun. And I feel like even though the girls didn't really like the songs, I feel like they still had a little bit of fun at the end whenever Cade started soloing on the guitar.
I wanted to go to Leadership Retreat because it was an opportunity to grow as a person and to build connections with other people.
Well, I decided to go this year because I've never been before and I heard that it's really fun and I wanted to meet new people and get out of my comfort zone. My favorite part about the Leadership Retreat was getting to spend time with friends and definitely meeting new people.
I learned a lot of different things. One of them being that you can always find new experiences when you meet new people, and that it's important to get out of your comfort zone in order to do that.
You know, leadership retreat it's one of those things that it doesn't just stay at leadership retreat, it always translates out.
I learned that you never know what people are going through, and I'll apply it to my everyday life.
The most uncomfortable part of retreat was probably getting vulnerable, and I learned that it's okay to open up because it can change your perspective.
If I had to convince somebody to go to this leadership retreat in one sentence, I would say, if you're ready to experience something new and get out of your comfort zone, this is for you.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Oh, I got my order wrong. This is me, Jessica. And this is Jessica, not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back to the Tiger Fieldhouse. Dylan Rivera with Adam Winkin, and Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter. The Tigers right now trailing by 6 to Edmond Santa Fe in a game that has really just been a sluggish, hard-hitting game between these two teams. Either one could really pull away here, but I have a feeling we're on a collision course to a really close finish because Edmond Santa Fe has been able to force a lot of turnovers. Broken Arrow has at least been able to slow them down in the half-court setting, so it's been really a chess match between these two sides.
Well, to me, Santa Fe has imposed their will defensively thus far, and I think that's the difference in the game. And guess what? They're going to keep it up because that's how they play. Their offensive set is wide open, but defensively they attack. Broken Arrow is going to have to take care of the ball. They're going to have to get defensive rebounds to get back in this game and hold a lead.
Now, obviously, Broken Arrow's coming in off of the Bishop Kelly Invitational, and they were able to get two really big wins over Mustang and Union. And crucial in those two games was the second half, but more specifically the third quarter. Mustang had 35 first-half points. They were held to 19 in the second half, only had 8 in the third quarter. Union only scored 4 points in the third quarter, and BA scored 19. So this has been a quarter of play where Broken Arrow has been really successful over the last couple of games. They're going to look to build on that here in this contest. Edmond Santa Fe makes their way back out onto the floor. Head coach Terry Evans in his first season back at Edmond Santa Fe. He was the head coach in 1995 and 1996. And he has bounced around to some different homes, but he has always been successful wherever he was. 3 state titles at Midwest City, 1 at Edmond North. had a lot of wins at UCO and at SWOSU, and is now back at the helm for Edmond Santa Fe. Dow drives inside, rises up, and he's swatted away by Baba. The other way, it's TJ Newton. Left hand, up and under, won't go, but a foul.
Great defensive play on the other end, but I love the look seeing Dow get aggressive right away to start the second half. That's going to be the way Broken Arrow can get back into the ball game.
You had just said to me in the halftime break that you wanted to see Corbin Dow get going. He's the engine of this offense, and right now he's been held to just 6 points. Dow is averaging 17.5 through the first 4 games of the season. Team leader, 5.5 boards a game, 2.5 assists. Baba drives and Lemons throws that shoulder out there. And a whistle.
Yeah, Broken Arrow, 2 quick fouls here to start the second half. They're going to have to be careful because in a tight game, those fouls will add up and give free throws. And the Broken Arrow just cannot give up those easy little tic-tac fouls.
That is Joshua Baba that drives inside and gets the left-hand finish. Wallace kicks it to Bell. Swung around to Lemons. Now Bell on the block. Going to work. Nice finish.
Great footwork by Bell to remain patient under the basket.
Baba again in the lane. This time it goes in and out. Clark trying to clear up enough room to get a shot off, but McKinney held on to Clark's arm. Here's a replay of that Troy Bell bucket. Power dribble, sidestep, finish off the window. Into the corner, Clark's left open. Robinson's cutting off the right hand. And again, a foul.
Yeah, tough angle from Clark when he gets the ball. Great job of getting to the basket and creating another foul. That's 2 fouls in this possession from Santa Fe.
Into the corner, Dow will try a three-pointer, and he's got it.
That's a tough pass in that angle from Lemons over to Dow. A big shot by Dow to knock it down.
We talked earlier, Adam, and one of the shocking numbers from so far through this season is Corbin Dow shooting just 14% from three-point range on the year. Money Robinson deposits some cash, and he's fouled going to the charity stripe.
Unfortunately, Santa Fe with the opportunity to negate that great shot by Dow and get it right back. Feels like the officials are calling this a little tighter than the first half, Dylan. Seen quite a number of fouls. We're only a couple minutes into the third quarter.
Lemons on the fast break is fouled as Baba swats the shot away. It looked like that opposite hand was on the shoulder of Lemons.
Yeah, good call, Dylan. Sounded like he got all ball, but it was that other shoulder that actually committed the foul.
So Lemons at the free throw line. I'll quickly tell you about the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. The BAPS Foundation Read to Succeed program has distributed over 22,000 books to BA second graders since 2021. You can visit bapsfoundation.org to see how you can donate. Ball stolen by Dow, and it's showtime! Two-hand jam for Corbin Dow, and the Tigers trail by just 2.
Dow providing that little burst of energy now. Let's see if Broken Arrow can capitalize.
These are the kind of momentum swinging plays that you want from your team leader. Two hands and hang on to the rim a little bit for some extra nasty. P.J. Newton's layup won't go.
Great quick passing to get the ball up the floor to break the pressure.
Bell kicks it outside for Wallace. He'll line it up, and it's just off target.
Great look from Wallace. He's going to have to start knocking those down for Broken Arrow to get back in this game.
Foul on Troy Bell. It'll be called on the floor. Wallace, another guy that's been struggling from outside in the early going of this season. 22.2% coming into tonight.
Broken Arrow's fourth foul already in this second half. Broken Arrow's going to have to be careful and be more disciplined on the defensive end, not to commit fouls.
Newton going to work. Drives up right into the chest of Clark and gets the finish.
Clark kind of baiting him to go right, and that was a relatively easy play to get to the basket from Santa Fe.
Wolves in man-to-man defense. Joshua Baba checking Clark. Now Wallace with the basketball. It's a screen from Bell. Takes some contact, and the foul is on the floor. It'll go against JoJo Baba, and that is his third foul.
That could be something to take a look at here, Dylan. Him with his third foul, he's going to have to come out of the game for a little bit. And with how the officials have been calling this could make a big difference in momentum here for Broken Arrow.
Corbin Dow set to put the ball in play. Ball stolen. Great hands from McKinney. Read the pass, and now Money Robinson the other way. Bucket plus the foul.
Santa Fe getting essentially a 2-for-1. That was a very similar pass for the Lemons three. Way better defended for Santa Fe. And then essentially you make one thing worse by committing the foul in the basket at the other end.
Free throws brought to you by First National Bank. And Money Robinson is up to 13. Josiah Wilson will check in and take the place of Troy Bell. Tigers trailing by 7, 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. Lemons puts it on the floor, gets it off to Wilson. Wilson's got the bucket.
Excellent passing by Broken Arrow to get the ball up the floor for an easy high percentage layup.
Only the second shot of the season for Josiah Wilson. He's shooting 100%. Jump ball as the Tigers tie it up down low. Four minutes to go here in the third quarter. Newton trying to find some room. Ball tipped away by Lemons. Good steal from the senior. Cross-court pass. Now Dow has to flip it back. Crazy possession, and Wallace tries a tough floater. And now Edmond Santa Fe the other way.
Yeah, you would have liked Broken Arrow to slow that down and get a better shot. Now we see transition, see what Dow can create.
Dow, nice change of pace and a good finish over the top.
Little Euro step and using the glass. Broken Arrow cuts it to a one-possession game.
This is the new move you're seeing on the streets these days, the slow-mo step. You didn't even have to slow that down on the video.
That's a real tough angle. You see Dow, when going to his left, have to go back over to his right. Dow makes it easy. That's a tough layup.
Timeout, and we'll take one too. Timeout's brought to you by TTCU. We'll come right back here with the rest of this tight ball game between Edmond Santa Fe and Broken Arrow.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back. Broken Arrow, Edmond Santa Fe, 3-point ball game, third quarter, 3 minutes to go. In that timeout, our sideline reporter, Madison Dildine, was listening in to Coach Wallace.
His main message was just to slow down and to stop taking selfish shots. He said, we have to keep working. We cannot leave 13 open again, and we've got to be a lot more aggressive. Guys.
All right, Madison, thank you. 13 has the ball right now. It's Money Robinson. Lob pass, McKinney can't get the finish upstairs. Dow the other way. And he'll slow the pace down. Lemons in traffic. Still somehow has possession. Gets enough room to get a shot off and a foul.
A great job by Lemons. Tough way to get the ball down low. Almost a disaster of a possession, but gets the ball up, draws the foul, and now has the opportunity to cut it to a 1-point game.
Free throws again brought to you by First National Bank. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Shields. They have all your game day needs for football, basketball, soccer, and more. With the gear and styles from iconic brands like Nike, Hoka, and Adidas, Shields has you covered. Located at the Woodland Hills Mall at 71st and Memorial, Tulsa Shields is a proud sponsor of Broken Arrow Public Schools. Lemons misses the second free throw. Money Robinson on the rebound, and a foul on Josiah Wilson.
That's a number of possessions Broken Arrow's had where they've had 2 free throws and haven't been able to convert both of them. And again, 10 fouls already been called in the second half. Broken Arrow's going to have to start knocking down those free throws when they get those chances.
So now back to the free throw line. It's Money Robinson. Robinson on the season is averaging 9.3 points a game. And his point total will stay at 13. He struggled from the free throw line here today. Clark gets the ball to Lemons. Now Matthias Sutton with time to shoot it, and he's got it.
What a big shot. Great pass from Lemons. And you can tell Sutton was ready to shoot as soon as he got the ball. He was always thinking shoot.
Broken Arrow has the lead back in a slugfest, 38-37. Broken Arrow electing to go with a zone defense. Santa Fe moving it around the perimeter. Newton driving inside, kicking it to JoJo Baba, and he is fouled. Matthias Sutton, Will Sutton, both of those guys automatic from three-point range, and this time it's Matthias.
Yeah, quick passing allowed for that opportunity to, when they break the press, break the pressure from Santa Fe. Santa Fe really struggling from the free throw line.
Free throws have cost
That's 3 in a row.
Edmond Santa Fe here. That's one thing that Coach Wallace had talked about, that the Tigers had done well in the Bishop Kelly Invitational. So if this game came down to free throws, he felt confident that his guys would be able to knock them down. Edmond Santa Fe, on the other hand, has had a hard time from the charity stripe.
I don't mean to be a broken record, but the officials are blowing the whistle quite a bit in the second half. We still have 2 minutes left in the third quarter. It's going to come down to free throw shooting. We got a tie ball game. You're going to have to make your free throws to win this game.
It's 38-38 with 2:02 to go. in this third quarter. We'll step aside, come right back here live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tie ball game. The huddle breaks. The Tigers trying to fight against this Edmond Santa Fe team that is all pressure all the time. We have 10 minutes left in this ball game to decide a winner. 10 minutes, I should say, left in regulation because this game may be headed for overtime. Clark bringing the ball up the floor. Going into the chest of Dawkins, and it's sent right back at it. Ball into Clark. Going to work in the post. The hook is there.
Yeah, I really like that possession. If Santa Fe's going to give that to you, Clark's going to convert more times than not. Great hands by Sutton.
Poke loose by Matthias Sutton. Now the Tigers with numbers. Fed inside. Lemons has the size mismatch. Right underneath the rim. He's got it to go.
Yeah, great way coming out of that last timeout. That's 2 layups back to back. Now you see Broken Arrow with a 4-point lead with a little momentum. The gym's starting to rock here, Dylan.
Still seeing zone defense from the Tigers. 105. And the time continues to tick away here in this third quarter. Three-pointer on the way. Won't go for Edmond Santa Fe. Dow behind the back, finding room, rising up, and a foul way back near mid-court.
I was just about to say, as Dow started to drive, it felt like they're going to have to foul him to stop his momentum. And again, the opportunity for Broken Arrow to put 2 easy points on the board here.
Dow is like a freight train when he gets downhill. You're going to have a hard time stopping him. Free throw's good. Change for Edmond Santa Fe as they bring Joshua Baba out onto the floor, and he'll take the place of Dwayne McKinney. Five-point lead. Free throw no good. JoJo Baba driving in, shot blocked. Kick back out for Newton. Joshua Baba driving now. And a charge drawn by Clark again.
Yeah, some great defense by the Tigers. A lot of that honestly started also by Josiah Wilson. Some great hands, stopping any of those cuts to the lane, getting to the basket, and it allows Broken Arrow to get their feet set and take the charge.
It's starting to feel a lot like Rocky 3. Clubber Lang is throwing those hard punches, and Rocky starts saying, come on, hit me harder. Broken Arrow has taken every punch from Edmond Santa Fe and is now up by 5 and manhandling them in a half-court set. Will Sutton to Coy Lemons. Starting to see more patience from the Tigers as well. Clark gets it off to Will Sutton, layup good.
Great back cut by Sutton to get to the basket. Set up well by quick passing after double teams all the way down the court.
Shot attempt from Newton, barely kisses off the rim, and the buzzer sounds. That's the end of 3. Broken Arrow up by 7 in a hard-fought matchup between Edmond Santa Fe and the Tigers.
Coach Wallace has to be pleased with what he saw from his players in that third quarter. And again, starts with Corbin Dow. Started the second half with 5 points. He's got 9. Very few, if any, turnovers by the Tigers. Quick passing, easy baskets, and I think if they can start to convert these 2 free throws at the line, you're going to start to see Broken Arrow pull away.
Tigers won the third quarter 23-10. We'll see if they can build on that. Fourth quarter coming up here in a few moments, live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
45-38, Broken Arrow holding a lead going into the final quarter of play. Madison Dildine was listening into Coach Wallace in that break.
Better energy for sure in that last huddle. He said, hey, are y'all having fun yet? He said they are going to continue to pressure you, so you have to be ready for it. Dylan.
Thank you, Madison. Edmond Santa Fe will pressure all, 36 minutes of the game? Is that 4? No, it's 32.
32.
I'll have to check with my math teachers.
Broken Arrow did a great job that third quarter beating the pressure with quick passing, back cuts, and taking care of the basketball.
Clark inside, strong up, and he's fouled.
An opportunity here now to get 2 free throws and extend this lead.
Clark, the transfer from Inola, has been a huge addition for Broken Arrow. He said the biggest adjustment was just the speed of the game, going from 3A and 4A ball up to 6A ball. A large part of his reason coming here actually was ArrowVision. He's big into sports media and he's a photographer, so you'll see him in the JV games.
It's amazing.
Out here taking photos before the varsity game.
Awesome to see.
Free throw good from Clark, 47-38. This is TJ Newton. Tigers still in that zone. Robinson gets downhill, draws another foul.
Yeah, Coach Wallace keeping the same 5 from most of the third quarter as we start the fourth. And that zone defense has proven to be pretty strong. And Santa Fe has not been able to capitalize from the free throw stripe in the second half. Broken Arrow student section letting them have it all the way from the other side of the court.
Free throw good from Robinson. I want to give a shout out to TTCU. Support your favorite school with the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU has donated more than $360,000 so far. Stop by your favorite BA branch and get yours today. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. Clark doubled, spins out of it, tried to get it to Wilson, and Edmond Santa Fe was unable to save it in time.
Yeah, Broken Arrow with a break there with the ball going out of bounds. Broken Arrow now have a little bit of a cushion. They don't have to push. And the most success they've had in the third quarter is by taking care of the basketball.
Matthias Sutton with the basketball. Patient offense from the Tigers. Clark will try a three-pointer, leaves it on the front rim. Quickly running the other way, Santa Fe. It's Baba. Right-hand layup good.
Yeah, not the best offensive set back on transition for Broken Arrow. They're going to want to make sure that they start to run their half-court sets and get a better shot.
Lemons dives on top of it, and very quickly a timeout from Bo Wallace. Smart play from the veteran head coach. Timeouts brought to you by TTCU.
After that last stop in the play, Broken Arrow's come out a little flat. See if they can start to regroup in this timeout, come back and get an easy basket and get back into the rhythm that they established in the third quarter.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Arrow Group, a division of Alliant Insurance Services. Proud to support Broken Arrow Public Schools with deep roots in our community. The Arrow Group provides customized insurance and risk management solutions for businesses across the region. Proud partners of education, proud partners of Broken Arrow. (47-41), 6.5 to go in this ballgame.
Something to keep an eye on. Joshua Baba, 4 fouls.
Joshua Baba has 12 points on the night as well. Certainly would be a big loss if he picks up one more. Dawkins drives in, gets an easy finish.
Certainly not the way Broken Arrow wanted to come out of the timeout with a quick turnover. Again, Broken Arrow going to have to be careful taking care of the basketball.
Matthias Sutton dumps it off to Bell.
A good decision by Bell to keep this offensive possession going. Didn't have the look, so go ahead and reset into your half-court offense.
Dow at the top. Lemons trying to find a way around JoJo Baba. And Baba was handsy the entire time. Coach Wallace complaining about it. And finally, at the very end of it, gets the whistle.
That is JoJo Baba's 4th foul. You see if Broken Arrow goes after the Baba brothers to see if they can get an easy 5th foul.
Dow left completely unmanned, but he can't buy the three-pointer. McKinney driving inside. Dow right underneath him, and a charge.
Two Broken Arrow players trying to take the charge on that play. They escaped the first, but Dow was there waiting.
Sidestepped Troy Bell and then went into the chest of Corbin Dow. Now a full timeout for Terry Evans and Edmond Santa Fe. They trail by 4. Tigers in front, 4th quarter, 5.5 to go. Keep it right here, live on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
5.5 to go. Timeout called by Edmond Santa Fe. They want to talk things over. Broken Arrow has the lead by just 4. But it felt like there for a good stretch of time, Broken Arrow had all the momentum. Now it's kind of evened back out. We'll see if the Tigers can really put a good finish on this ballgame.
It'll be interesting to see if Santa Fe makes any defensive adjustments with both of the Baba brothers having 4 fouls. If they start to press too much and get the Baba brothers out there on the floor and get handsy, they might be finding a seat pretty soon.
Well, they pulled Joshua Baba from the game. JoJo still on the floor.
And Broken Arrow has to be careful not to pick up their dribble too quickly in the front court.
Dow all the way to the rack, left it short. Bell, the kick out. Now Clark. Spinning out of the double team. Clark with the finish and the foul.
Great patience by Clark. You could tell Edmond Santa Fe was waiting for a pass, then boom, a quick move right to the basket. And you know what? Set up by Bell's great offensive rebound.
Look at the patience from Clark. Feeling the defender on his backside, spinning out of it, and the bucket plus the bump. Clark's at 11.
Those second chance points in a tight game like this are going to make a difference. And I think that's Baba's 5th. That's big for Broken Arrow.
Clark's free throw is good. The old-fashioned three-point play. And as you mentioned, JoJo Baba heads to the bench. And now Joshua Baba back out there. Again, he has 4 fouls. Three-point try from Newton. He's got it from the corner pocket.
Big shot as an answer from Santa Fe, cutting it to 4.
Clark steps through. Lemons gets it to Dow. Dow, the layup.
Excellent cut and great hustle back on defense.
6-point advantage.
Broken Arrow back in the zone.
Newton left open from 3 and again knocks it down.
That's tough. Real tough to take if you're Broken Arrow. If you tip your cap.
Here's
Newton
that finish from Dow. And Baba has to be careful there as he's contesting. He nearly got his 5th.
That's right.
Obviously some trouble now, though. 3-point lead and back-to-back three-pointers from TJ Newton. His release will kind of throw you off. He doesn't get high up in the air and let it go at the top of his jump. He's very flat-footed and low and just kind of flicks it up there, and that quick release might catch Tigers off guard, but maybe that's the excuse for the first one. The second one, he was left wide open and just knocked it down.
Well, that's the way that you beat the zone. We'll see if there's any defensive adjustments from Broken Arrow coming out of the huddle. It's worked most of the game. Now with 2 back-to-back three-pointers by Santa Fe, see if there's any adjustment to be made. But what Broken Arrow can't do is allow any easy baskets in an easy lane and potential for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Edmond Santa Fe, you can imagine, is going to continue to pressure all 5 guys right now in the front court as BA is just about set to inbound the basketball. Tigers make one change and bring Matthias Sutton back out onto the floor. Lemons will be the inbounder.
Just so you know, Joshua Baba coming back out of this timeout is on the bench.
Matthias Sutton trying to find enough room to get the ball to Lemons. The clock is ticking and the pass goes soaring over Aiden Clark's head. You wanted to see how the Tigers handled pressure, and right there you saw it. It was a struggle.
Had a good ball fake, but unfortunately some miscommunication by the Tigers gives it right back to Santa Fe.
Edmond Santa Fe has forced 19-plus turnovers in each of their first 4 games. The Tigers have struggled with the same problem here today, and now it's evened up as Dwayne McKinney finds the shot from outside.
Edmond Santa Fe getting hot at the right time. Right back in this ball game to tie it up.
Sutton feeling some pressure. Now Dow driving, kicking. Clark putting it on the floor. Floater good.
Love the decision making by Clark. He's had a couple possessions like that. Could have taken an easy 3, but gets to the basket. Higher percentage shot.
2-point lead for the Tigers. Robinson cut off by Dow. And again a whistle as Money Robinson draws the foul.
Now Broken Arrow going to have to be careful with Dow committing his 4th foul. And Coach Wallace is going to have to leave him in because this offense runs around Corbin Dow. He's going to have to be careful because they're going to need him this last stretch to get out of this ball game with a W.
Dow has 16, Aiden Clark with 14. Joshua Baba contested by Troy Bell. Ball's loose on the floor. Lemons on top of it. Clark doubled. Cross-court pass to Dow. Straight into the chest of Joshua Baba, and a smart play to go right into the chest of Baba because he's got 4.
Great passing by Broken Arrow to set up that easy shot off the glass.
McKinney from the corner, airballed.
Great shot fake, ball fake to get Santa Fe in the air to set this up.
Dow into the lane again. Bell can't get the follow. Robinson the other way. Edmond Santa Fe slows things down.
Great defensive positioning by Lemons, forcing to go to the right.
Ooh. Great finish from Robinson. He's able to find just a crease between two Tiger defenders and gets the left-hand finish right underneath the rim.
Great defense, even better offense.
56-54. Timeout for Edmond Santa Fe. We'll take one, too. Tight ball game. 2 minutes to go here, live on ArrowVision.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
2 minutes, 8 seconds on the clock. Tigers and Wolves separated by just 2 points. Adam, we had talked about it going into this ball game. We expected a fist fight and a tight ball game, and it's going down to the wire now.
Yeah, we got an exciting ball game on our hands tonight, Dylan. But you know what? Like you said, we expected that. Both of these teams have had really, really strong starts. They also do their jobs really well. The defensive pressure from Santa Fe has been strong all night. But in the second half, Broken Arrow has been able to just have the slight edge. We'll see in these last 2 minutes if Broken Arrow can take care of the basketball and get to the basket to get some easy points.
Dow left wide open, driving to the rack. And it's deflected away by Money Robinson.
Yeah, great play by Robinson to disrupt that layup without fouling.
Really good defense. Tigers retain possession. And definitely an error defensively from Edmond Santa Fe to leave Dow in the open floor. Clark with position down low, goes for the hook, can't get the roll, but Lemons on the follow.
Lemons with a tough pass to get to Clark, and then uncontested, right with the putback for 2.
McKinney drives into the lane, goes right at Lemons, and gets the finish.
What an exciting one here, Dylan. Just back and forth.
Oliver Wallace back into the ball game. Ball with Matthias Sutton. And now Dow. Clark has a lane, poked from behind, a foul. Goes against C.J. Dawkins. Third foul on him.
Again, coming down to free throws here, Dylan. We talked about earlier, if Broken Arrow is able to convert, they're going to keep this lead.
Clark knocks it down. Broken Arrow as a team through the first 4 games is shooting 75.6% from the free throw line.
And Bell coming back into the game to be able to get that better presence in the glass.
Second free throw, good.
Big free throws by Clark.
Clark has 16. 4-point lead for the Tigers.
And with the way Santa Fe's been shooting, a 2-possession game could be a really, really big cushion, even though it's only 4 points. But again, Clark knocking down 2 free throws, really big here as we enter the last 90 seconds of the game.
Broken Arrow went 9-1 at home last season. Got a win to start the year here on their home floor. 10-1 in their last 11 games here inside the Tiger Fieldhouse. Looking to add to the win column. And it's going to come against a tough team in Edmond Santa Fe if they can finish it off.
Yeah, look to see Robinson get to the basket. Look to see Baba try to get an open shot. McKinney, you know, is going to have a quick trigger. Those are probably the 3 players from Santa Fe that they're going to look to try to get an easy basket.
Remember, JoJo Baba fouled out, and that's a big presence inside for Santa Fe. Minute 20 to go. Still in that zone defense. A screen from McKinney. Robinson can't get the finish. Edmond Santa Fe wants basket interference. Dow the other way, drops the hammer.
Outstanding defense by Lemons. Great pass from Sutton for the big finish by Dow.
Dawkins kicks to the corner. Robinson for three. No good. Rebound with the Wolves. McKinney tries one. And a foul.
Great court awareness here by Sutton to place it like a quarterback to his wide receiver.
Right in stride. And Dow puts the exclamation point.
And then you blink, Dylan, Dow's got 20 points. 15 in the second half.
Dawkins out to Baba. Back to Dawkins. Corner three. Too strong. Bell with a good box out. And we'll see who they call this on. It goes against Baba. So Baba fouls out.
Broken Arrow might have gotten away with that. That was kind of a 50-50 foul that could have easily been called on Bell. Certainly a break for Broken Arrow. Perhaps these two free throws can maybe put it a little further out of reach.
Terry Evans still talking about what he thought was a basket interference moments ago. Troy Bell at the free throw line. Knocks it down. Pure silence in the building.
Yeah, you can hear that ball echo through the hallways outside, Dylan.
Again, Bell shooting 71.4% from the line coming into this ball game. It's two clutch ones here.
Some big free throws in the fourth quarter by both Clark and Bell. That's why we look at that 8-point lead right now for Broken Arrow.
Eli Morgeson checks in for Edmond Santa Fe, and he is a knockdown shooter. He's posted up in the corner. Robinson goes straight to the rim and gets the finish.
Interesting no call from Dow, having his feet set on that layup.
Lemons has green jerseys all around him, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Edmond Santa Fe.
Yeah. Just wasn't able to make that quick pass like Broken Arrow's been able to for most of the second half.
Coach Wallace was just looking at Lemons and telling him to keep his elbows high, and that won't happen. Lemons gave him a quick nod. McKinney tries a three-pointer. It's short. Robinson nearly got to it. Dow in the open floor. There it is, the exclamation point. This one's over. That's all she wrote. The Tigers 8 points ahead with 10 seconds to go. Corbin Dow, once again, the reverse jam.
Dow's 22nd point of the game. Been playing the last number of minutes with 4 fouls.
Free throw missed by Dawkins.
Timeout, Tigers.
A 30-second timeout for BA.
Once again, Edmond Santa Fe missing free throws to be able to cut this. Again, we're looking at 10 seconds left with only, an 8-point deficit. By all accounts, this one is pretty much over. But if you don't make your free throws, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Home crowd is amped up on their way to a 5th victory on the season. Both Tiger teams would start out 5-0. That speaks to the excellence of basketball that's played in this gym night in and night out.
Yeah. Broken Arrow has come out with a lot of energy in the second half, and you know what? Taking care of the basketball. Only a couple turnovers in the second half. Make quick passes, great decision-making, high percentage shots. Edmond Santa Fe made a run, tied it up. Just haven't been able to string multiple possessions and defensive stops like they did in the first half against Broken Arrow.
10.2 on the clock. Dawkins' second free throw is on the way. And it won't go. Rebound with Aiden Clark. And the foul. So Clark will go to the free throw line with an opportunity to raise his scoring total to 18. Foul was on number 4, Ty Walker. Aiden Clark is just about as automatic as they come from the free throw line.
You know what happens if they make this free throw, Dylan?
There it is.
The student section going crazy.
It is 67 points for Broken Arrow. I think our camera guy down there, Greg, needs to turn around and get the student section. They're 6-7ing all right behind him. Oh, and Clark missed it. It's going to stay at 67. Coach Wallace even letting a smile go. 67-60 will be the final score. The student section too busy 6-7ing to put the flag up. Tigers pick up a hard-fought 7-point win over Edmond Santa Fe in a game that we knew was going to be a slugfest. And it came down to the 15th round in a heavyweight bout. And Broken Arrow got the win.
Yeah. Can't underestimate also the Baba brothers fouling out, with respectively a good amount of time left in the fourth quarter, and then the second brother out really when things had to happen. But Broken Arrow just taking care of the basketball, getting great high percentage looks, getting out on transition, and playing more of their offensive ball game.
Tigers moved to 5-0 on the season. They're now 2-0 in district play. Their next matchup against Putnam City North will be next Tuesday here in this very same gym at 8 p.m. A heck of a ball game here today, though, and we got to recap that with head coach Bo Wallace and our sideline reporter Madison Dildon.
Can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Jungle. They were great today. We needed them every minute.
What do you think of that final score?
It's the kids' thing. It's great. As long as we got one more than the other team, I'll take it all day long.
What do you think made the difference tonight?
I think our guys finally settled down. And, the second half, we're always talking about making adjustments, and we settled down and just made plays and kind of withstand some of that pressure, and then got to the foul line and made free throws, which is what we've been doing all year.
What's the biggest lesson that you hope they take away from tonight's win?
Slow down. Slow down. The game is simple. I think that's what we said early in the game. We said it pre-game. Just the game is real simple. Just make it easy.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison Dildon. Thank you, Coach Wallace. 67-60, the final score line. And an exciting finish to this one. We were weary that there might be some overtime action, but still keeping things just at 4 quarters. No extra quarter of play here. Broken Arrow handling business. And it was a game that was 28-22 at halftime. Edmond Santa Fe had a 6-point lead. Broken Arrow comes out and closes out in the second half.
As you said, Broken Arrow in the third quarter, that's when things start to really click for this team. And you got to give your tip your hat to the coaching staff at Broken Arrow. Whatever's happening in the halftime huddle in the locker room, it's working. But you know what? You see them come back out, and like Coach Wallace was saying, slow down, take care of the basketball, think about what we're doing, take high percentage shots, get back on defense. Because even after a lot of those crazy plays that, Dow had, 3 or 4 dunks, and then sprinting right back on defense, not to try to give up another easy play for Santa Fe.
The Wolves are a team that want to speed you up. They want to force you to turn the ball over and turn defense into quick offense. Once the Tigers felt like they had gotten a grasp on that there in that third quarter and decided, you know what, we're going to just slow it down, get into our half-court sets, and take care of the ball game, that seemed like that was the turning point, and Broken Arrow took over from there.
Santa Fe will beat you on defense. They're not necessarily going to beat you in the half-court offense, but because they force you to make so many turnovers, they're going to score a lot of points off of that. So, again, we've saw it a lot in the first half where you would see Broken Arrow turn it over, foul, turn it over, three-pointer. And those possessions really start to make a big difference at the end of the game.
All right, well, now it's time for our Your Name Here player of the game. We're calling it that because we don't have a sponsor for it. So the Your Name Here player of the game, Mr. Adam Winken, is
Corbin Dow. Has to be. And Corbin didn't have a great first half, but the second half really turned it on. And you, like I told you, you blink your eyes, and all of a sudden, he's got over 20 points again. He was held to 5 in that first half. Again, Santa Fe was able to impose their will on the entire team. And we knew, talking about at halftime, Dow's going to have to get involved in the offense. He doesn't even necessarily have to score, but the offense has to run through him. And, of course, he gets the ball to the basket. He was able to impose his will offensively, and that's why you see the difference in the ballgame.
He's the engine of the offense, and he only had 6 points at halftime, but was able to finish the game, I believe, with 22, if I had my count right. A great ball game for him, and the Tigers now, again, 5-0, and they turn their attention to Putnam City North. But another factor that plays into this, and it's a stat that I wanted to say somewhere in this broadcast, and I think now is probably the best time to say it, is Broken Arrow is now 79-14 over the last 3 seasons plus this 5 games here that we've had so far this season. That's the most of any 6A program in that time span. It's been an incredible run over these last few years, and it felt like this year, as you lose so many seniors from last year's class, going into this year you were expecting some growing pains, you were expecting some valleys, but the Tigers have gotten off on the right foot this season, and you're seeing some young guys who have really stepped up in the roles that have been asked of them, and they're doing very well. And tonight, a young team that came out of the gates flustered, that came out of the gates having to start on their heels, but then they turned that page and took over in the third quarter.
Yeah, mainly from the Sutton brothers. You saw some great minutes from them. And Josiah Wilson playing a lot tonight on the defensive end. He was able to get in the face of Santa Fe and really start to make them flustered at the basket. So different from what we saw last week here at home. Wilson really getting involved, not necessarily from the offensive production, but again, you're seeing those young players get involved and contribute and get some valuable minutes.
Coach Wallace got one in before he left the floor, and I feel like we've got to get one in. Final score, 67-60. So that's the closeout on this ball game. Again, Putnam City North will be here next Tuesday. That'll be the game to watch because Putnam City North, again, was a tough team for the Tigers to knock out in the quarterfinals last year. That was at the Big House, if you remember, a fun ball game, and they bring back a lot of their players from last year, a lot of their talent from last year. So certainly expect a good ball game on their home floor here next week. We will bring that broadcast to you, so don't worry about it. If you can't make it out, we will bring it to you. You can tune in at home. And Adam Winken will be alongside me. Madison Dildine will be on the sidelines, and I'll be here, of course, as well. And we hope you tune in. We'll see you next week.